For everyone. There you go. Yeah, this time I didn't forget to go live. Can you all hear me all right? How's the sound? Let me know. Oh, let me know. I changed a few options. Let's see how it goes. I know everyone's playing a little catch up here, so I kind of changed a few options so maybe the mic stops topping out. So there we go. And hopefully it sounds a little better. I'll just lower this a little bit more. I don't know why OBS just makes my mic go crazy. There we go. Just finished Killer Henry video. There we go. Awesome. Thank you so much for telling me. Appreciate that. More drinks for everybody. Hey King, how's it going? Willie, Matt, I know Mystica. Oh, I'm butchering your name, Mr. Yeah, they're like, don't forget to go live. Like, yeah, this time I won't. Hey Faye, Acons. All right, it's good to see you all again. The early crew's here. It's always good. So, while we wait for some other people, I'm kind of like a minute early, but you know how this stuff usually works out. We'll kind of try to get off this cliff because I got the nest last time and I kept Henry up here for some reason. Oh right, I didn't want to try to get down and have him die again. So, God. Oh boy, how's this gonna work out? So, it actually should be a lot easier. So we just got to go down. Don't break his ankles. Oh, God. Well, I can't guarantee anything. It feels like this whole cliff is just for breaking your ankles. Oh, nope. All right, we're gonna get down there. It's all good. So, So while we wait for everybody to get in there, yeah, cliffs. Henry's greatest foe. Honestly, I never had that many problems with cliffs because the worst cliffs usually are out here, out in this area. Like any of those cliffs, you go like, oh, I'm gonna die. But apparently, this cliff right here is just death incarnated. So that's a whole different thing. So before I get started, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put in chat before I forget. This is kind of like the Discord we use for the KCD content creators. There's a bunch of them in there. A lot of up and coming people. Definitely gonna do KCD too, and I hang out in there sometimes too. So if you're interested in Discord, this is the link to get into there. That's the way to do it. But and then also while I have that, let me get into the other screen just in case no one here has it quite yet. Yeah, Henry's plastic ankles, pretty much. Here you go. Here's the map I'm going to be using for finding all the interesting sites, accidents, and graveyards and all that stuff. So I think, with Henry so far, what we got, so checking on my map. Ah, God. So checking my map, looks like we did a lot of the stuff around the monastery. It looks like we gone around the edges. So there really isn't too much to find out there. So it's going to be interesting. It looks like we're going to be kind of going more north out here. So we're going to go kind of into this area, maybe a little bit out here. I know there's stuff out here too. So we're going to be kind of going around quite a bit. So we'll be hitting up. It looks like Henry hasn't hit up this side too much. So maybe we'll go across the bridge and we'll go from there because there's a lot of stuff out here we haven't hit. So let's do that today, and we'll just keep going up through here. And there's a lot up here, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get through it all today. And it's crazy. Like, we've been doing 4-hour sessions every time, and there's so many freaking these sites out here. I didn't think that was possible. So anyway, Henry, go to the monastery again, and then we'll reconvene there, sort of deal. But how's everyone doing off of here? So it's crazy. We only got like 4 weeks left of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and I am running out of time for the Killer Henry series, to be honest. Oh my God. Honestly, like, how would you all want the Killer Henry series to finish? You wanted to finish with 10,000 kills, or would you rather finish with just like, I don't know if everyone's seen Hardcore Henry, kind of like that kind of thing, where something crazy happens kind of deal. I wasn't sure what you all rather see happen, because 10,000 kills is going to be a little bit tough, because I think for every 1,000 kills is basically 4 hours, and that takes freaking forever. So we'll see how that works out. There's so much to do off of there, and we're just out of time for the most part. Henry, don't you have this end room? Oh my God, this Henry is so dumb.
I hope.
Yeah. Good place to Henry. See, he didn't even buy So if anyone here doesn't know about that, that Discord's broken. It doesn't let me verify. Okay. If I see trial by squire, I'll let them know. I'm not sure about that. So, I'm not sure if there's something else on there. But anyways, if anyone doesn't know about the ends here, if you buy one night, you only get one night. If you buy for a few nights, you get it for the entire game. So nowhere in the whole entire game tells you about this other than just buying for a few nights. A few nights sounds like, oh, I'm renting for 3 or 4 nights. No, it's for the entire game. So it's like the best investment you can make. Yeah. Technically, you're going to be like, oh, I could save so much more money by doing it every time. But honestly, just being able to run into your room and not having to talk to that guy is such a better thing altogether. So one of the best values for anything off the game. So let's go get some daylight so we don't have to, squint while we do this. Yeah. RO. I won't be able to play KCD2 for 2 months because of school. Yeah, I mean, it seems like one of those games, like, if you get a hold of it, it's just going to be, at least you're going to get sunk into it for a bit, and you won't be sleeping or doing anything else. So I think that's probably the best thing you could probably do is not play the game for a couple months. Or either, I'm not sure if you're going to boarding school or something like that are like, no, I don't do that. I raided the monastery. Hey, it's free stuff. Hey, Billy Bob, how's it going? Oh, man. I have you access 2420. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Willie. But anyways, let's go there. Oh, I'm kind of scared. There we go. Few nights should really mean number of nights. Loophole detected. Yeah, exactly. It's just a crazy thing. So let's go out here. I think we need to go to the first one. I don't think we got this axe. Yeah, I think we kind of stopped. We got the Harry Potter one. We got that one. And we kind of stopped going on that side. So let's go out here. I want to say there's one... Yeah, there's one in the tree line we got up there with the treasure chest. We got that one. And we just need to go across the water. And there's one right about here. I bet you it's another freaking moonshine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How was your Christmas? My Christmas was pretty chill for the most part. But honestly, I had to work the entire time. So working with manufacturing kind of sucks in that sense because you get stuck sticking around. So this Christmas, I kind of just stayed around work, which, it was for the better. Christmas being on a Wednesday kind of sucks. So you can't really take days off back and forth without taking a lot of days off. So I kind of bit the bullet this year, and then next year I'll probably get Christmas off for the whole thing. So whatever. So it's one of those things you have to do when you work somewhere. So it kind of sucks. I verified with no problems. All right, good to hear. I guess the Discord works out fine for some people. I'm not sure. There might be some security things or something on there. And also, this horse is so bloody slow. This is the reason why I don't like these items on here. Like, look at this. Your speed right now is 40. Take that thing off. It's 47. You're losing 7 speed just so you have a fancy thing on your head? No. Come on, horse. Get moving. Just loads of important exams. Yeah, okay. What do you manufacture? Oh, I do a bunch of pharmaceuticals or medical devices and stuff like that. So it's one of those things that just goes on forever. It never stops. So, oh God, charcoal burners out here. The set is supposed to be one in an interesting site out here. Hey, look, there's boars. Yeah, okay. Hey, boys, how's it going? Most valuable thing out here. So, let me take a look real quick. It says, oh, okay, I'm way off. It says it's supposed to be by the water, which I'm pretty sure, don't tell me that's the interesting thing. Yeah, some of these interesting sites aren't that interesting at times. I always gotta worry about that. The criminals. Pretty much. Let's see. Yeah, happy holidays, everyone. Hey, thanks, Matt. Appreciate that. Yeah, especially, I know New Year's is coming around too, so it's kind of it's kind of like, again, with New Year's being on a Wednesday again, it kind of sucks too, with, especially if you have to take time off. But yeah, it's moonshine. Save your snops. Yeah, that's an interesting sight. Meh. You know how it goes. Anyone's by a river of water, you're just basically screwed for, it's going to be moonshine. So, that's usually how it happens, but whatever works out. Let me zoom in a little bit here. So there's one south here. If I go a little bit south, I want to say it's right about, I want to say it's like right about here. Okay. Let's go on down. And is this the same site you get shot with at, no, it's not. Okay, I was gonna say with the DLC, with a Band of Bastards or whatever else. The charcoal burners and Killer Henry video had more convinced than he was a murderer. I'm pretty sure. I mean, my thoughts is that probably they're gonna sell that guy into slavery. Yeah. That's the only thing I could think of. They're terrible people, the charcoal burners. Yeah. Who knows? It's so cool that they stuck with the cry engine. It's awesome that even this day and age. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, they're going to the advanced cry engine, right? I think so, or I could be wrong for Kingdom Come Deliverance too. I don't remember these things quite well, so it's another camping site here. All right, one thing, always check tree trunks. They're usually pretty good. Campfires. Is there anything interesting around here? Not really. I don't see any loot. What's with this? Like, there's got to be a story behind these campsites, because you can't sleep here. You can't do anything other than weird stuff. We're like 2 months away. The hell with the charcoal burners. Yeah, I'm convinced that, the devs don't like the charcoal burners either. There's something up with them. Is there any historical preference about the charcoal burners being, like, evil or something like that? Because they have the things for the millers saying that they're all thieves and all that stuff. Are the charcoal burners the same thing, like historically like that? Yeah. I mean, I'll have to check up on that. It seems, you scared me, dear. Get out of here. God, they just jump out at you like that. I don't know if there's any historical thing with the charcoal burners being evil and just a bunch of thieves and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. They sit in the middle of the woods burning stuff, but hey, look at this. It's okay, I approve. It's an actual interesting sight. And get over the bushes, Henry. Oh, it's a fence, that's why. Yeah. Kind of interesting. I saw the chest over there. I'm just making sure there's nothing else. The one thing, if someone could make a mod for this, what would be interesting, I don't know how everyone else feels about this. What if, like, instead of having, like, the DLC, like, rebuilding Prince Lovitz, what if Henry can go around rebuilding all these little, like, houses in the middle of nowhere, and he just lays clay into them? Or either he could put other people in there and be like, because, like, the Rattay people, they're all like, oh, we're homeless and all that stuff. We're gonna sit in Rattay. But then, like, if Henry's like, oh, we'll just build all these places here, you're not homeless anymore, you now live out here. So, Henry needs to drink a little bit to actually do that. There you go, take some moonshine, get drunk. That way you can kind of put people out here and be like, all right, do some kind of thing or whatever else. I think that would be interesting. Wouldn't do much for the game, but it would make it feel like you're actually doing something in the world. I think that's what's the most important part. Ooh, okay. So you get a noble hunting sword. Hunting swords are good only if you're, like, fighting people that are, like, without armor. They're amazing, but every weapon's good against people without armor. So everything else is pretty good. Not a bad one. It's a very hard lock, so I don't see the point of it. That's a pretty good spot right there. There's another spot that's even lower. We gotta go down here. I want to say it's like right about here, so we'll go down there. A king could never let him build houses for poor people. Okay, I keep forgetting historically, yeah, you're not allowed to kind of do that. But then again, would people actually have to ask the Lord to build a place out here? Or were they just did it because, no one would find out, and then they found out and they came to burn it down? I'm not sure. It feels like one of those weird things, like, who allows houses to be built out here and stuff like that. So that's what I'm kind of curious about. Same thing with, like, farmland out in the middle of nowhere. Do they have to? It sounds like a pain in the butt to have to ask all the time, especially if you're the Lord, to be like, oh, hey, can I build this? And like, where? And it's like, I wouldn't want to answer that stuff all day, but then again, who knows? So I mean, Henry's rich as hell, so I mean, I'm assuming you could probably get away with it. But let's see. It says it's supposed to be an interesting sight right about here. Oh, hey, look, it's one of our friends.
Get out of here!
Get out of here. I don't think you understand. You get out of here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. You get out of here. Alright, I think we found a poacher hideout. Yeah, some nice stuff out here, but whatever. You stay down. Where's your hideout? Oh, it's here. What the? Ooh. Ooh. That is interesting. I like that. Hubert! Hello, I like to ask what's so special about don't forget about Gutenberg catchphrase. I feel like I'm missing the joke. Yeah. Basically, don't forget about Gutenberg. It's just one of those sayings that happen in the beginning of the game. So, basically, it's just something silly that got sent, you know, a little skit, and then it just got even better just because the next game is in Gutenberg now. So, and honestly, going through all the footage, everything else, I was looking. There's a lot of references in in Skalitz about Gutenberg. There's so many references about Gutenberg that I didn't realize, and people talk about it. So I was trying to put together an entire thing. Hey, you want to fight again? Get over here. Get back in your hole. You can have your hole. There you go, buddy. Enjoy. It's a pretty interesting spot. Like, this is actually pretty, if you want to do beef jumping, this is actually a pretty good spot to do it in. You could probably get some, you know, interesting, scenarios, but there's nothing too much that I like. But that's cool. I would never found that normally. So, Real Shadow. Yeah, you had to be strict back then as a lord. I guess burning down tax evader houses and stuff. Dear God. Yeah, maybe. I guess so. I just didn't know if people actually carried, like, money back then, really, where it's like, oh, we'll just trade for everything. Like, everything was more of a trade economy, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know my history well enough to talk about this, so I'll leave that to the experts. But, yeah. Let's see. The only thing I'm an expert in is beef jumping here. And up here, I think we want to go right about there. Hey, Skarsnik. I think that's how I say it, but that'll work out. Oh my God, we're gonna definitely have a scene where we visit Henry's dad. Yeah, actually, maybe he talked about, like, in Skalitz, he talked about, like, his mom. You gotta do the dialogue a certain way, but his mom tells you to ask your dad about all the weird stuff he did in Gutenberg, so in his younger days. So it could be possible. Hey, is this a... Oh, we've been here already. Okay, never mind. Hey, horse, I know I left you there. You're terrible on heels. I gotta leave you around. So there is a lot of stuff that could happen in Gutenberg for sure. And again, that might be a thing where they might have a Martin playthrough too, where it's like, maybe one of the DLCs you play as Martin back in the day, going historically, but who knows? I mean, they always talk about you could possibly make a game off him too. But,
This is certainly no time for roving.
Quiet, Henry. You're drunk in the middle of the forest. This is the perfect time to go roving. Yeah. Or we're gonna learn from the master there. Yeah, that's true. I'm willing to bet they knew the story would lead to Gutenberg and they were making the first game. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, we should have known just I mean, because as I said in the, what do you call it? In the Kickstarter, they wanted to make a bigger game and all that, and I felt like that was one of the things they were gonna go to anyways. And, well, it happened, so now they're getting that second game, so we should have seen it, but most of the Gutenberg references are at the beginning of the game, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, so we got another one of these stone guys, and I bet you it's made out of wood. Yep, hear that sound? I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, it's just wood, but they shaped it as stone, so cool. Another one of these little stone guys, not too bad. He's a fun one. All right, what we want to go to instead, it's kind of like right about here-ish? I think it's right about there. Or is it right about there? Where am I now? We'll go, yeah, I think it's right about there. I could be wrong, but there's a gravesite right there. So Henry's gonna keep going. Martin was from and has lived in Prague, if I remember correctly. That's true, I think so. Do you think we're gonna beat up Sigismund? No, I think Sigismund I don't think Henry's gonna cross paths with him too much, just because Sigismund sort of still lives after this, so Henry just can't go, ape on him. So I think they're gonna try to keep Henry away from Sigismund as best as possible. And it's probably best for Sigismund's health too, so you don't have Henry, jumping all over him. But then again, who knows? We did meet other famous people, so hey, get over the tree. This is the problem with getting so close to the border here, is that now Henry is like acting weird. I can't show it too much, but his movements get weird. So off you go. Come on. Down the hill you go. You would think Sigismund is a king. Can't really touch him. Yeah. All right. So here's tree trunks. Again, when they're knocked down like this, check their roots. Nothing. Sometimes you find stuff in there. But let's see. This is the problem with Henry being drunk. It's really tough to tell where anything's at. Do we see anything? I don't see anything. I might have to come back to this one. This one's weird. Let's see. Hold on. Zoom in a little bit. Get that map going. It might be actually down about here, actually. Oh, it's a freaking gravesite. That's why. Gravesites are always terrible. This is the problem. Like, you gotta find gravesites. Well, Sigismund's technically the king of Hungary, so, I mean, technically he's still a king. He's just maybe not king of Bohemia. There we go. That's what I want. Hey, look, it's an actual gravesite with an actual cross. Let's see what's in here. Go ahead and start grave robbing Henry. This is how this works out. I was kind of hoping for the Hussite revolt plotline. I think so. I think that's probably where they're going to go. If they make a third game, that's probably the Hussites war are going to be there. But I can't imagine them making an entire game of nothing about an entire war. Like, hey, that would be crazy. Like, Henry would have to do so much killing. I mean, he already does, but, that's a whole different story. I mean, they could. It'd be one giant battle. My biggest fear is, like, if they did, like, how should I say? I don't know, anyone play, like, Warhorse or Chivalry 2? Like, if they did, like, a Hussite war, but in that style. Like, they did a Chivalry 2, but Hussite Wars kind of multiplayer game. Like, they could do something like that, but, I'd be really scared just because of how much jank and everything else would happen. But it could be fun in that sense. And the only thing I'm scared about is battle passes, I guess. It's like, oh, God. I don't want to see him go down that road, but there could be that. I mean, that would be something. Did they promise us 3 expansions? Yes, they did. If you get the gold edition, there's 3 expansions. But then again, we don't know what type of expansions they are, so, they could be, Band of Bastards style, or they could be like, oh, here's a new, I don't know, a dress set that you could play dice with or something. So, but, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. So I'm always a little skeptical with companies a lot of times, especially when the bottom line's involved. So, but, Kingdom Come Deliverance of Warhorse does pretty good for the most part. So, I try to give them benefit of the doubt. There's supposed to be one right here. Where are you? This one's weird. It's a little bit off this road. I think I marked the wrong spot. It's like more right there. Okay. This is the problem with this. A lot of battle pass would be crazy. Yeah, I mean, they sort of do that for Chivalry 2 and Warhorse already. So, oh, it's a camping site. Really? You're gonna make me... I don't know why these sites are interesting, to be honest. Like, it's a camping site. It's with a log. I mean, that's either what. So, either way. Herbert, what about Wenceslas' death? No? Maybe. That's interesting. Real Shadow, yeah, the Hussite War would be about a decade later. It would be a perfect third entry. Possibly, but then how old is Henry, actually? Henry is like, what? He's 20? 27? I don't know. He'll be like in his, low 40s at that time, maybe. Maybe high 30s. Would that work out still? But who knows? Billy Bob, that's why I don't pre-order DLCs or pre-order the games. It's kind of like nowadays, the pre-order kind of doesn't matter because now everything's, you know, digital, so you should be able to get it, you know, pretty instantly. So it's not like that big of a deal. And, you know, you can kind of wait and see how good the game is when it comes out. Because sometimes, you know, games aren't, you know, magic when they first come out. It's like, oh, you have to do multiple patches and everything else. So it's kind of like a crapshoot for the most part. So, but then again, Warhorse has been working on this for a while, so it looks pretty good, and we're probably looking at about the same jank as we get. I'm trying to find this other spot. It's like weird where it's at. Yeah, because there's trees here. Am I right on top of it? Okay, because I'm looking at 2 different maps. I think I'm right on top of it. Oh, I'm already on it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Already got that one. I was like, wait a minute. There we go. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm crazy. Henry is 20, I think. Henry is theoretically under 18 when he starts the game. Is there any confirmation of that? I've heard different stories about how old Henry is in different ways. Oh, yeah, I did find it. Okay, it's another poacher spot. So, dear God, I forgot all about this. Yeah, so we're right on top. I was like, wait a minute, what am I looking for? Yep, so nothing interesting here. It's another sweet spot. You might be able to get, you know, better piercing arrows if you want and everything else. So, yeah, if Henry's 20 or even 18, 10 years later wouldn't be a bad deal. So, because it'll be, you know, 28, 30, or whatever else. So you still can live, sort of deal. So that's so that'd be interesting. I'm just not sure. I've heard different things on Reddit, so I'm not sure of how old Henry is, but that might be a good post of somebody could put up there and be like, hey, how old is actually Henry? So maybe Warhorse could probably tell us more about that. Be like, hey, how old is Henry really? So
Yeah.
either way. And this is going to be the interesting site here. Another campsite. Somebody's got to know the story behind this. You know, whatever. It's cool, but I wish you could actually camp there. That would make it a little bit better. But either way, the more interesting thing is there's supposed to be a grave nearby too, so that'll work out. They wouldn't want to confirm Henry is a minor for legal reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, for a historical game, does it really matter? Especially for a video game? Okay, I guess spicier scenes. Yeah. You know, yeah, I don't know. See, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. So, you know, there could be some truth behind there. It's same thing, not wanting to put kids in the game kind of thing. So, it's like, hey, just make them 18. Say screw it. There we go. Yeah, KCD 2 will be a direct sequel right before the end. So, yeah, it'll definitely be so he'll still be the same age. We're just saying if like KCD 2 ends and they make a third one, would they do the Hussite War in like 10 years later or something like that? So, yeah. Billy Bob in a medieval period, being 16 is considered an adult. You're right. You're not wrong about that. So this grave is, you know, cool. It's a little, you know, if you're looking for free stuff, it has some stuff out here. But it's nothing it's so far out from the main map, I wouldn't even bother for the most part. Kind of like where we're going to this next one. Let me see. I gotta consult the map a little bit. Like, out here in this side of the woods, there's really nothing I would go towards. You know, there's not like, I'm trying to consult the map a little bit. Sorry for the delay here, but it's like, where is this thing? I want to say it's right about here-ish. Let's go out. We'll take the horse, actually, for this one. Let's see. We have to buy 5 copies to let them know that we want Kingdom Come Deliverance 3. I don't know about that. There's only so many copies I can handle, so... but I think, you know, if the game does relatively well, you know, has, like, the holding that it has now... I mean, if they get double the fan base, what they have now, I'm pretty sure they could probably make, you know, a third one pretty easily, so... It wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Watch out, they're coming for us.
Oh, yeah, guards. Hey, how's it going, guys? Don't mind me, don't mind me. Whatever. There's 2 guards for freaking 4 bandits. You're on your own. Sorry, Henry's out of here. You guys are on your own stuff. Let's see. Darna. Much later, he becomes King of Bohemia after Wenceslaus' death. Yeah, I mean, technically he does, so... we know who wins the war. It's like the Titanic. kind of thing. We know the ship's going to sink kind of thing. So, but I mean, not that big of a deal. The story's more about Henry anyways, so that's what we care about. You know, Henry's just kind of like sightseeing through history. He's like the Forrest Gump of 1403. He's just kind of around, you know, that might be the exact thing. He's just kind of around history. That's all he is. This is actually pretty cool, interesting site. It looks like it actually has, I guess it's just a lot of mushrooms. So if you need lots of mushrooms, they're out here, but I don't know who needs mushrooms, per se. Ooh, oh, it's a sleep and save spot. No, it's not bad. But out here in the middle of nowhere, I don't see the point. Like, if they actually did cooking, like a real cooking kind of setup, like you have different meals you can make out of mushrooms and, you know, different bonuses off of there, I think this would be a popular spot. But right now, mushrooms literally have little use to me other than making a few potions. And if I had to ride all the way out here to get mushrooms, I'm going to be very mad. I'll just buy the potion instead. So I think if they use the mushrooms and everything else much more in the next game, I would totally be down for it. But right now, yeah, it's such a pain. So, not worth it. They have been working on the series for 10 years. They might want to make a sci-fi RPG or something. Yeah, they might want to do something different. I agree. Like, once you work on something for so long, you just like, please, let me do something different. Even though you love the timeline, you're like, I need to do something different. I don't blame them. So, if they do, that'd be fine. But who knows? They could just work on it halfway and stuff like that and just be kind of like doing something else. But, you know, it's tough. It's tough when you do something for so long. So, the exploring in this game gives me a very good feeling that KCD2 would have, there is more to it because interesting sites are cool, but not necessarily. Yeah. Like this interesting site, it's just more of a, you know, a hunting spot. So the one thing, even though these interesting sites aren't like that exciting sometimes, I think more of the fact that, you know, they put out all these different spots for the interesting sites out here. You know, like someone manually put them out there and said like, oh yeah, let's do that. They didn't have to do this. They could have just did the old Bethesda thing and just made a huge world and just said like, you know what? There's nothing out here, but we made a giant world, you know, just to say we did, you know. It's kind of like, you know, like Starfield's like huge, but like there's nothing to explore, nothing to find out there. So it's like, what's the point of going out in these different areas? So at least out here, you know, you can go hunting, you can go find some weird stuff out here. It's kind of interesting the most part. So, you know, yeah, I mean, if you don't like exploring, you don't have to go out there. But you know what? It's fine. I do wish, like I said, there was more uses for items out here. And this is dangerous. Don't go in there, Henry. Bushes are the devil. There's one around here. I know this is a interesting site. I think this might be close to one of the treasure maps or something like that. Oh, more mushrooms. Here we go. Hey, it's a grave site. Exactly. There we go. Start digging this up. Are you excited for the Outer Worlds 2? Outer Worlds 2, I'm kind of excited about it. You know, it's not my, you know, biggest play, all that. Lazarus Potion, Groshen. You know what? This is a good gravesite right here. I don't think it's marked on the main map. It's a treasure map right there, so that works out. It's all right. You know, if you need some dice, that's what it is. I think that's what I found this one at before, so it's a good one. Oh, hey, can you? Oh, no, this is the scary part. Henry's getting stuck in there. Let's see. Are you planning to stream more upon release of KCD2? Yeah, I think for KCD2, I'll probably be doing a lot of live streaming. So, live streaming, you know, for that first week, I'll probably be doing a lot. I think I took off the entire week of the release, so I'll be around there to kind of live stream or, you know, try to put together videos and stuff like that. So, I'll probably be getting a lot more done. Oh god, this interesting site's terrible. They have mushrooms out here. I guess that's the interesting part of it. God. I really want somebody to tell me about these camping sites and be like, yeah, this is the significance behind there. Right now, they're not the greatest. They're just whatever, so. Alright, whatever. Come here, horse. That's fine. Let's see. Like, there's nothing dirty. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up to all these comments out here, too. There's a quest where you have to bring Alex and the beggar's mushrooms. Really? I did not know that. I mean, it's like one of those fetch quest ones, right? It's just like collect all the mushrooms and, you know, here you go. On which day does KCD2 release? It's February 4th. I think it's on a Tuesday. It's like a weird day for people that work. You're like, what the heck, man? But you know what? We'll live. Let's see. So there's supposed to be an accident here. There's somebody's shirt. Let's see. Where's the accident? Where's the accident? Is it on the road? Oh, there's blood here. Now we gotta play Detective Henry. There's blood. Is the accident Henry falling down the hill? Let's see. Oh, here we go. So there's some stuff. I see all this blood, but I don't see. Ah, there's the guy. Ooh. Okay, somebody got a dagger in the back. That's actually kind of interesting. See, you just got How would you run into this? To be honest, that's crazy. Let's see. Trying to catch up. The new dialogue options seem to indicate that they took some inspiration from Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it seems something easy they put in. So if anyone's not knowing what Real's talking about, he's talking about like they added in the option to kind of like greet people randomly. Oh God, don't do that. Greet people randomly throughout the, you know, every day. I mean, it's a nice addition. I like it. So I don't think it'll be game changing, but who knows? Maybe you can start some fights legally that way. So I'd be more interested in that. So we'll see how that works out. Indiana Henry from Scallots. Yeah. It's a poaching quest. You get boar and mushrooms. Ah, okay. I was about to say, if it's just mushroom picking, I'm like, that's pretty easy. But if it's boar, all right, I can see that. I never really did all of Alex's quests, partly because you lose reputation with, you know, the town. The thing that's the worst part, you lose reputation with town. You gain reputation with Scallots peasants, which usually you max out Scallots' reputation anyways. So, and he doesn't really pay you that much. It's just kind of like you trade reputation, and it kind of sucks for the most part. I'm not a fan of and it's also like fetch questing, so I'm kind of like, I'm not doing this. So that's all right. I hope that Henry can have a, you know, giant Arthur Morgan beard. I wish he could too, but I don't think they're gonna do like the Witcher 3 or either the Red Dead Redemption 2 kind of style where your hair grows out and all that. I haven't seen any, you know, significance on that. So but anyways, it's pretty interesting. I don't see anything too much. It's just burnt out stuff. I don't see any goods. There's no goods. It's just big trees. So whatever, one of those camping sites. So it looks like we got this entire section done. There's no more interesting sites on this. So we'll go across the bridge here. We'll go up here. There's not too much out here, so it's gonna be kind of weird. Greet me 10 times a day, empty field. Yeah, I'm gonna greet the snot out of everyone. So yeah, it's gonna be different. If only Bannerlord engine was viable for RPGs, that would be mega lit. You know, Bannerlord, I love me some, what do you call it? Not Bannerlord, but what was the game before? It was oh man, I'm trying to think. But anyways, I do love me some Bannerlord, but it feels like there's so much stuff missing off of there that, you know, that they could do. Like, I don't like the trading. I don't like the, you know, the craft stuff they did off of there. It doesn't seem very much. It seems like you just go and battle the battle. It's like, I don't know. I like playing it, but I just don't get that same hit, you know, playing some other games. So, but I do love the combat off of there. I do like being ridiculous with a horse and all that. So, it's great. But honestly, you know, there's something off on it to make it great, like a great all-time great game. So, either way, it's still a great game. I'm not trying to diss it or anything like that. It's just something's off. I'm just disappointed. That's all. Okay, here comes their greatest enemies. Raiding villages in Bannerlord does not feel like raiding. Yeah, that too. It's, you know, it feels, anyways, it feels weird. Mountain Blade, that's what I was gonna say. Mountain Blade, thank you, Junker. Thanks for reminding me. Mountain Blade was great in that sense, but really what made it great was because everyone modded the hell out of it. So there's so many mods for it that you could just keep playing it. Like, my favorite mod off of there, if you still have Mountain Blade, you could probably get it on sale for like $2 or whatever. but there's a Lords of the Ring mod, and it's actually pretty great. Like, it's janky, don't get me wrong. It's janky, but it's Mountain Blade, Lord of the Rings, with a lot of different fighting styles, and it's so great. It's one of the best things ever. And it's free, so like, how can you resist that? So, they said there's supposed to be an interesting site right about here, and I don't know if it's supposed to be like a graveyard, a grave, and I'm kind of scared because it's in the middle of bushes and everything else, so I don't know where this grave's at, per se, without killing Henry. This is going to be kind of weird. The Persino mod was white hot fire. Yeah, there's so, like I said, Mountain Blade had so many good mods. It still does. And I don't see the point of playing, like, Bannerlord right now, because the mods are kind of like, you know, unless someone knows a really good mod, let me know. I'm waiting for them to release the Lord of the Rings mod on there. That would be fire, but I know it takes time, so we might not see that for a while. So there's supposed to be a grave out here, but it's gonna be Henry's grave if he keeps doing this. So I'll come back to this later. We'll have to dig this guy out later. This is a tough one. He might be on a cliffside or something, so screw that. So we're gonna go up this way, and there's a tree. We want to go right about there. Yeah, I'm more worried about Henry will be evil. No, I think Henry's gonna be a good boy for the most part, like the standard Henry. And look at this. Is this a actual?
Show what you're made of.
Oh God, they're dogs. Peasants aren't a problem. Dogs are a problem. Come here. I was like sitting here like that's a hell of a roadblock. No doggy, no. No doggy, no. I'm more even for just doing dungeons. Yeah. Rating. Also, the economy was better simulated in Warband. Yeah, God, there's so much disappointed. You know, the one thing that might sound completely random, has anyone ever played Pirates before? Sid Meier Pirates. So, Sid Meier Pirates was entirely amazing. But now, has anyone played Port Royal 2? Now, put those two games together. Port Royal 2 plus, you know, Pirates, Sid Meier Pirates. Imagine that game. That game would be crazy good. I don't know why they didn't, you know, the economy of that game plus the fighting and the piracy of the other game, like, it would be insane. But I don't know if anyone would ever do something like that. And they haven't made a really good Pirates game in a long time, so, it's been a while, so either way. But yeah, Sid Meier Pirates, one of the best games for Pirates ever. Port Royal 2, one of the best trading games in that era, so either way. I played League of Pirates for the Caribbean. I didn't even know there was a thing for that. All right. But all right. Anyways, actually made Henry in Crusader Kings 3. Yeah, I guess if he's still around, that's kind of cool. If you can just make him King of Bohemia. Hey, look at this. So look at this. This guy has a hood.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I'm hunting.
What do you think? Hunting, of course.
The bloody insolence.
I love telling that.
Owning up to it without batting an...
I love this. Hey.
Look here. Can't we fix things some other way? Maybe I could pay a fine?
A fine? Forget it.
Oh,
Jail
really?
Is the penalty for poaching. That's the law here.
Supposing I were to pay the fine to you directly?
The law is quite open to interpretation.
I love bribing these guys.
It would depend how much the fine was.
Black Flag was pretty fun. There's a fan remake of it. Here you go.
Right. Thanks.
Take your money. And then, there you go. I'll get my money back. It's actually not that bad. I heard Black Flag had its problems, but maybe it just overpromised everything. I don't know if that was the issue or not. So, anyways, I do hate that he has a hood on, but I can't put the hood up there too. So, anyways, it's a nice little poacher den out here. This is actually probably one of the better interesting sites. He's actually like living here, so that's kind of cool. So, nice little hut there. High Sea Trader and Partition 3 were the best trading games ever. It's not a genre that gets a lot of love anymore. Yeah, I think they kind of... Calypso made a lot of those. I think they really ran it into the ground. So, a lot of disappointing releases, and it kind of got... You know, they lost the... You know, I guess the... You know, they didn't advance anything. They kind of just repackaged the game and resold it so many times. It kind of got like, all right, I'm done with this. So, but... Anyways, Henry is the law here. Yeah, Henry is the law out in the wilderness. Like, who's gonna stop him? I mean, he serves Sir Radzig Kobyla, you know. how can anyone resist them kind of thing. I love Dead Fire Pirates, to be honest. Okay. I'll have to look it up. I haven't looked at pirate games for a long time, so, you know, I've been kind of sticking around to a lot more medieval, you know, RPG games for a while, so it's just kind of like that itch I've been having. So, hey, look, a sack. A cumin ear. Poison, mint, and all that stuff. All right. So if you want another cumin ear, it'd be pretty good. So, I don't know what's the max cumin ears you can get, but there has to be a thing. So, yeah. It's not a bad... Ah! All right, well, there we go, Henry. Not a bad place. Do you think, if not for you anymore, it would stumble upon his illegal houses and you killed him? Actually, he was the gameskeeper, so I don't think he's an illegal house. So he was fine. So that guy was actually supposed to be there. So that was Henry's like evicting them for no reason. So, but that's perfectly fine. He doesn't need to be there anyways. No, don't move that. So there's supposed to be a graveyard right about there. Like, there's nothing else out here, at least not on the map. So there's no point going beyond that river. So that's how, like, sometimes the small the map gets, and it's kind of weird. Let's see, Herbert, I hope some company makes a decent pirate RPG game. I hope so too. Like I said, there's so many. It's such a wide open genre right now, especially like Black Flag was like hoping to be like that. You know, Sea of Thieves is pretty good, to be honest, too. But it's like a multiplayer game. You need to kind of do stuff. So they do stuff a lot differently. Hey, look at this. It's a grave with a marker on there. So nice. So, let's see. Start digging. Ooh. 4 ears are 140 groschen, so it's not nothing. Okay, so they're 40, you know, it's not bad, yeah. Let's see, so we got a skeleton with some mint and everything. Okay, well, you know what? Not the greatest gravesite. They just buried him with a bunch of herbs. All right, don't dig that guy up. I don't know the significance behind all the herbs there, but I guess it's just to keep them from rot smelling bad. So, all right, well, up we go a little bit further. So what we need to go is that right about here, we're going to go to a nice little interesting site there. Let's see. Well, the ships in Black Flag were fun. Whaling and ship combat upgrades for the ship. Yeah, was that game single player Black Flag, or was that actually like multiplayer sort of thing? I mean, I was looking kind of more of like a single player Pirates game. Like, multiplayer is fun and all that, but I think the issue, like, people get so good at games that you kind of like can't compete, you know, in multiplayer a lot of times. It's just like, all right, I don't have the time to do this, or either like train certain weird stuff. Hey, look, an interesting site that's actually not just a campfire, but, you know, you can actually open stuff. Ooh. All right, well, Henry's getting some free loot. That's actually kind of valuable. That's really valuable. Yeah, all right, this spot's the jam right here. You know, you basically go right here, and you get a couple thousand groschen for basically doing nothing. Yeah, you don't have to dig up anything or anything else. Like, that's actually quite good. So, kudos to that. You just got to make it out here alive. Sea of Thieves got pretty monotone back then. Don't know much about it nowadays. Yeah, Sea of Thieves it's interesting for the most part. If you got some friends with you, it's pretty good. You know, but then again, it's only as good as it's not really a single player game. It's more of a, you know, you don't have to have people with you, but it's only good when you're screwing around with other people. So it's a pretty good pirate. I would say it's probably the best pirate game currently in the last 10 years, maybe, but that's just me. Maybe like last 5 years. I don't know when it came out. It came out a while ago. But yeah, so we got a nice little herb garden right here. Comfrey. Again, nothing too crazy. You know, it's especially for being out in the middle of nowhere. Like, I wouldn't go out here for that. So screw to that. Not the best one. Where we want to go now is, I want to say it's right about here-ish. Oh god, it's so hard to tell. I think it's more about right here. So, yo, where can I get a new spade? Lost mine. So if you haven't picked it up, Kraka, if you're looking for spades or shovels, you can get a new one at any of the basic blacksmiths, like not armorers or weaponsmith, but basic blacksmith, they sell them. But there's also one in front of the Rate mill. Like, Peshek usually stands near the woodpile. That's kind of a little bit off when you exit the door. There's one there, and there's one, that's the one I know off the top of my head. There's another one that's off some other grave sites nearby, but I'll leave that off. I think buying one of the blacksmiths is probably the best case there. Seven, I'm butchering your name, sorry. Tropico 2 Pirate Code was super cool. Yeah, again, like Tropico was really cool back in the day. It seems like they kind of lost that touch. I think they're Calypso 2 as well. So Calypso games, so you know, they had that style, but something went wrong in there. Oh yeah, the monastery. Yeah, they probably have. You're right. There's a couple hanging around there. But again, you probably want to just go to the blacksmith, buy one instead. That'll probably be the better way. It said there's supposed to be a grave here. Where are you? There you are. Wow, this is a tough one. They buried people out in the middle of nowhere. Jeez. Let's see. What do you got here? What do you got? Looks pretty empty. Oh, nope, never mind. Hey, buddy, how's it going? You got anything for Henry? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Hair of the dog potion, razor sword, pretty good. Hercules. Yeah, so if you're looking for some good stuff, I'll take the dice. Everything else, Henry doesn't need money. But yeah, this is actually a pretty good spot right there. It's a treasure site, so if you need some good stuff, that's the jam right there. So yeah, and honestly, I think that's pretty much, you know, this northern forest that we have up there. I'm trying to look around that we have. So this northern forest, you go up there, it's mostly just hunting if you want, but you know, you can't really go out there and, you know, carry more than you can hunt. So, you know, before the meat spoils or anything else like that. So there's no point hunting out here. It seems like one of the worst hunting spots because you can't drag everything. Trial says, in Talmberg, there's one standing against the wall in the Tanner's house. Ah, nice. Okay. Yeah, so there's, and most of the time, I don't think the shovels or the spades are, you know, considered stealing. So you can actually just pick them up and go throughout your business. So that's kind of like I like them. Let's see. Yeah, I like how there's so much knowledge about random things, about shovels in the game. Like, how much have we been playing this game where we're like, oh yeah, you need a shovel? Here's 3 spots you can get a shovel, like stuff we don't know about, or that we need that often. Like, this is ridiculous. I think I need to stop playing this game for a little bit. Which Brigandine color do I like the most? Honestly, I feel I like the bright red one. The black is mostly just because I want to feel like I'm being stealthy. The white one is if I want Henry to show off. So it depends on the situation. But the bright red one's pretty nice. But it's hard to like mix and match them. So, but the white one's just, I think you can there's only a couple spots have it. Like they all have their different situations. Here we go. A nice little herb garden, belladonna. I know everyone always complains about the belladonna, but you know, where they can't get enough, but a nice little herb garden right here. Belladonna, not bad. So if you need it, you need it. It's pretty good. Let's go out up here north first. I think we want to go up here because there's oh god, I don't know where this. So there's these trees here, and it's just right above it. I want to say it's right about here. So we'll go out here. We'll see how this works out. Where to find blue 4-point? Does anyone see it on an NPC? I'm not sure what you mean off of there. The red Milanese are easy to get. There's 3 in the Dechko in the chest that can be opened with keys. The random knowledge that everybody does. It's weird that what we know in this game. Not in the monastery, in the construction. Okay. Yeah, there's so many random things in this game that, you know, once you start playing, you go like, oh yeah, here's this, and this. So it's kind of amazing how much stuff there is. I mean, KCD 2 is probably going to have the same thing too, where you know, some craziness. Yeah, here we go. So this is one of the best interesting sites because this is one of the DLC treasure chests. I remember going out here. So it's a very hard chest. Nice burned down place. I don't think there's anything else in here. So it's a pretty sweet spot for the most part. But really you want your chest. And then also we got to get Henry drunk again. Drink some fine wine so you don't get too drunk, Henry. I need you to not be crashed. There we go. This is, if you got very hard lock picking, this is the one you want to go for to complete. I want to say this is the, what Warhorse is this? I think this is the Gammonson set? No. Oh, it's the Brigandine. So yeah, they have the Brigandine and the chainmail here, which is nice. Like, if you're going to like wear stuff that's actually labeled, like that's pretty good. Oh, you longbow. Okay, that's pretty good. The only reason to wear this, so I mean, the Magdeburg chest is way better, but it's the only reason to wear this is because they have the little like signia on it, or the chainmail has the little Warhorse signia on there, so that's always nice to see. So, all right, put this in our horse. We're going overweight now. Horse. Good God, why do we have so much weight? Take that off. Put that on. Noble shoes, bridle. Don't care. Take that off. Take that off. There we go. Henry, you look terrible, but that's all right. So this is a pretty good spot. You get all the cool stuff there. So it's actually, you know, water and everything else. It's one of the more interesting sites they've built out here, but you know, that's not too bad. Let's see. Warhorse set is cheap to repair, and their costs is based on the item value. Oh, okay. That's true. So Trial by Squire brings this up. So the Warhorse set, like you can see, they're cheap as ever. So it's kind of like you go like, oh, like you can't sell them. So I was thinking like you couldn't really sell them. But the thing with them mostly is that if you basically have them on, like use them and stuff like that, and you repair them, I believe like he's saying like the cost to repair stuff is based on the value. So if they're like worth one, then that means it's basically super cheap to repair. So if you're worried about money, repairing this stuff costs basically nothing. So it's probably one of the best investments to have there. So you're trying to min-max stuff that, so it's so great. It's not the best armor in the game, but like Trial by Squire is saying, it's the most cheapest set and easiest thing to keep repairing. So really well worth getting for that case. I want to say it's right about here is the next one we need to get. It's like here in the trees, I think. So let's go down there. Yeah. Hello, Brodsky. How's it going? The thing is, money isn't a problem in this game. Yeah, it's once you know how to make money, Junker, like you said, it's really not a problem. I wonder if they're gonna fix that in KCD2.
Yeah.
You know, they probably will, but there's always going to be some, you know, some way to min-max the game to get the most money. So, we'll see how that works out. But right now, like I said, Henry's a millionaire. It doesn't matter. Money just doesn't matter. We'll just repair whatever. So, is Henry KCD2 going back to be blacksmith again? I think, you know, there's definitely word about there's a mini game for blacksmithing. So I don't know what it involves, but it might just be a weaponsmith, but who knows. Oh, there's an open here. Oh, 371 groschen. So you leave 171 groschen here? Oh, all right, you don't check this? All right, sweet. But it's just right off the road. Not too bad. Nice little accident there. Poor horse. Nobody else there, so. And there's no road here to be had, so I don't know what they're doing out here. All right, whatever. Cool beans. And there's an accident down here. Let's go down there. Let's see. So I don't know how the blacksmithing is gonna work in the next game. You know, it's kind of weird that they're adding that kind of mini game in, just because, you know, they're gonna make Henry go mining or something like that, or is gonna collect a bunch of ores. I'm not sure. Interesting to see what they pull off from that. It could be cool, you know, and it also goes with his background. But I'm always a little worried because, like, you know, there's always the theory like keep it simple, stupid, where it's like they did such a good, you know, setup for making a story, historical stuff, but then when you try to add in a really good blacksmithing minigame, it just turns into lackluster fluff, and then people don't usually look too kindly on fluff. So I don't know. It sounds kind of weird. So that's the only thing I'm worried about, where it's like they didn't get enough proper time to make it a really good minigame. I'm really interested. Here's the interesting part off here. Hey, MJ. How's it going? Out here, you have this chest out here. And I know Theresa's DLC quest. if she steals from this first, because you can lockpick this, and you can actually get all this stuff off here, and lockpick and all this stuff. So you can get this from Theresa, because she goes out here with Bianca. But if you steal it with Theresa or Henry, does it still exist later on? That's what I'm curious, because if it does, like, if you can interact with these chests, you know what I'm trying to say, is that could Henry put a bunch of stuff in this chest, then Theresa could pick it up for herself and use it in there, or vice versa. You know what I'm trying to say off of there? I wonder if that's a portal, but I'm pretty sure the game just resets to a new map, so it's just, you know, the chest doesn't get looted or whatever else, so we'll see. That's something to test out for sure. I haven't tested that out myself, but it's a pretty good thought to have. I don't know if anyone's ever done that before. 7. Yeah, if it's just like alchemy, be fine. That's true. I mean, alchemy looks beautiful. They did a lot of hard work for it, and it's, I mean, just for me, the TDM just doesn't work, but it's, you know, it'd probably be fine, like you said. This is probably one of the best, most well-known accidents, especially if you're escaping from the scallops or anything else. This guy just has linen, cloth, wool fabric, and some grosh on him. Basically, it's just free money. So, either way, enjoy free money if you like that guy. It's one of the best accidents to have, so there you go. He had an accident, but you're gonna win. There's a grave site right about here, so let's go through scallops and all this. At most, you think only Theresa could affect Henry since she's the first in the timeline. I think so, but just knowing how this game works, and sometimes, you know, when you're putting a chest down, you don't think they would interact with other timelines or whatever else, so maybe they didn't think about it, so that's what my hope is. So you always gotta go kind of, you know, one up the next part. So let's see. Also, can Theresa actually, is there any shovels that exist in her DLC, like when she goes in that world? Could she dig up like this grave too? So where's this grave? Come here, grave. I know there's a grave right here. There's anything interesting here? Come on, boys. Where are you? Where are you? God. All right, where is this grave? Ah, here it is. God, it says there's a grave and I can't find it. He called and dropped a sponsor for Morgan, American's most trusted accident attorney. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he should have called. He did. This guy. Yeah, necklace, 1K. Again, I wonder if Theresa could dig this up. Pretty sure Theresa can't dig. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if she can't dig because there's no shovels or if there's nothing else. But there's a 1,000... There's a necklace down there, so that's quite valuable. So I know she can go out here. So if she can dig, she can undig that thing and work out. So, yeah, she can't use armor, which is probably for the best because otherwise she'd be too powerful. Let's see. What am I missing? So most of the scallops doesn't have anything. So now we gotta go past the north part. So we're just gonna go to this part over here. There's supposed to be a chest right about here. So come here, horse. Where are you? It's too far for me to go. Or shields, yeah. If she could use shields, she would be God. She would be God incarnate, because that would bring her defense up to a respectable level. So she wouldn't get like. She'd be able to one versus one people a lot better, especially with the dog. So she would be really, really tough. So, but then again, you know, the hardest part about her, it's just if she deals with anyone with a pole arm, like it's super dangerous because she can get one-shotted by any of those pole arms. So she's got to be careful off of there. Hey, come on, get over here. There's supposed to be a little chest down here. Let's see. This is supposed to be a secret down here. It's so stupid that she can't even wear a helmet. Yeah, I mean, technically she's not supposed to be a murdering, you know, spree person, so, I guess it's fine for the most part. But it sounds like there's supposed to be, you know... Oh, here we go. There's supposed to be a lady in the next Kingdom Come Deliverance, and she has a crossbow in the actual game, so, you know, there might be some... Maybe some small DLC with her where you're just basically shooting people down, so... she can defend with a longsword. Yeah, she can. You can hit Q all day. Woo! Oh, baby, this is actually... I wonder if Theresa... She can lockpick this one, too. If this chest is here, that's a 74 bow. That's insane. I don't know if she has the strength for it. 13 strengths. I mean, you could build her up, but damn, that's actually really good. Yeah, if you're able to get that with Theresa, I mean, that's really good chest right there. So, well worth it. That spot's really well worth it right there. Yeah, the game gives you a good long so low strength. Yeah, that's true. So you can defend, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's not like you can do the master strikes or anything else. You can kind of like basically block or something like that, but it's awful. Like, I wouldn't recommend it. So if people are swinging at you, just use the bow. Headshot people, get away, jump, use the terrain. There's no point like getting stuck up in there. Unless you're doing 1 versus 1, you could probably keep tinker on them so much that you can get stabs in, but most of the time you're putting yourself in danger for the most part. So anyways, let's see. There's another little dig site here. What do you got? What do you got? I've never dug up this many graves. Silver ring. Nothing too crazy. It's a nice little grave site here, so not bad, not bad. What I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna get Henry slightly drunk, and we're gonna wait till daytime because it's starting to get a little bit dark for Henry, just so we can't see everything. Go ahead and wait until the morning, and then we'll do that. And I'll answer some questions. Let's see. Theresa is at the start stronger than Henry. Yeah, I think she is for the most part, yeah. And then, you can level her up pretty reasonably for the most part. And she just has more freedom than Henry does at the beginning of the game. So you're able to really max out archery or any other skills you want. And also build up a lot of funds off of there. So you can buy up the whole town pretty easily with her. But then again, unfortunately, I haven't found a way for her to escape Scallots, that map. That's the hard part. That's the coup de grace, if you can actually find a way to get Theresa away from Scallots or the whole map blockers, then that's what I'd be interested in. I wonder how much damage you could do to the game after that. I do hope the treasure chests in KC2 aren't going to be ridiculously OP. Yeah, maybe. It's a lot of the treasure chests, like the DLC ones, like they're ridiculously OP at times. Especially if you know about them at the beginning of the game. But if you don't know about them, you're actually following them like you're supposed to, then it's actually like not that bad, to be honest. So as most of the armor in the game is like they're pretty close together. You can get away with mid-tier armor and still win the game. You can still win the game with no armor on. So armor just helps cover up mistakes for the most part. So you don't really need it. You just kind of, you don't even need to kill anybody. You just need to kind of, exist around there, know how to go around the game. So, the treasure chests being OP, they're just for looks for the most part. So, hey, look, it's a nice little grave site here. It should be a treasure chest too. So, I think the dice in the game you get off of here are ridiculously strong. That's the thing that's crazy. Like, once you get all the dice, you're unstoppable. Kind of like the lucky playing dice. Like, you're just, good God. Oh, basically he's a thief. Shadow play and recipe for pad. Good God. Longness sword? Yeah, good stuff. Hey, Norden. How's it going? Good. Thanks for joining so much. It's, we're still going through all this site. So, all these different sites, like, good God. There's so many out here. So, that's a pretty good treasure chest out there. Let's see. I'm gonna go out this way. We should be able to get another one there. I guess the gambler's still around, so you could gamble against the guy, and then if you get all these lucky dice, maybe you could actually beat him with Theresa or whatever. That'd be an interesting challenge. I mean, if you're into that. Oh God, bushes. Oh God, Henry's worst enemy. Freaking bushes. This is always a problem. Why are you so thick? Like, all I want for the second game is a machete, so I could take down these bushes here like a freaking jungle explorer. God, just give Henry a weed whacker. That's all I ask. Jeez, they're so dangerous sometimes. That's the greatest border protector ever. Let's see. There's supposed to be something out here. It's supposed to be interesting. I don't know how interesting it'll be. Oh wow, it's another guy with a walking stick. Hey, look at you. Yeah, either that, a cat ear, or a walking stick. That's, you're pretty fun. Way out here. I haven't seen one of those in a while, so that's not a bad one. There we go. Basically, every system in this game is made ridiculously easy, either by getting the best stuff or having max level. Yeah, it seems like that. It's, you know, if you get the best stuff, you do have the stats that you have to work for, so that's the issue with it. But most of the time, if you max out your levels, you're basically god of whatever you want. So, especially like, you know, vitality and just being able to run and jump everywhere, a lot easier. Just movement in this game, like, you know, it's underrated. Like, you know, you got to be able to move around and get around people and use the terrain to best of your ability, because if you do, you're winning the game. Hey, look at this. It's woo baby. Hey, will you? Oh god, Henry's trapped between a fence and a fence. There we go. There is a lot of belladonna here. My god, how much do you think I get off of this? This is probably one of the... God, Henry just cleared out the whole garden. So in one fell swoop, how much belladonna do we have? 63. I don't know if I had belladonna in my hands before, but there you go. Basically a lot of belladonna here. So this is one of the best herb gardens if you want up here. Up there in Northern Skalitz. Everything else is just mint or whatever else. You can get it, but holy crackers, that was a lot of belladonna. So if you need it, that's the one to get. So, yeah. Ooh, baby. Damn, Henry. You really cleared out the place. So here we go. There's a treasure chest right about here. This is where the border of the map starts meeting out here, so it gets kind of weird. And also, there's a lot of peasant random encounters out here. And I see it already. See it in the distance? See that little guy? There's a wooden guy up here. Oh my god. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. So another one. It's probably the most well-preserved one I've seen. It doesn't look too beat up or anything else, so nice. Interesting sight. Nice job. So right about there. Nothing too crazy. You know, we've seen that before, so but yeah. So now we gotta go is across the river, and there's gonna be, I want to say right about here-ish. Put that down. There we go. So, yeah, everything's ridiculously overpowered in this game at a certain point, but I guess that what makes the game fun. You don't want you don't want to be struggling the entire time. You actually want to enjoy being stupid powered, so. But then again, even being with the best armor and the best weapons in the game, you could still just go down pretty easily just because a couple peasants with sticks and their dogs showed up to rob you. So, that's the, that's the one saving grace of the game. And also, I don't know how the second game's going to work out, but if there's crossbows and guns, I wonder if there's going to be times where you just get one shot at, all the time, because some peasant with a gun or a crossbow comes out, shoots you in the head, and then you're just done for. So, I don't know if that's going to be frustrating or whatever else, but it could be in the game. Woo, baby. Now, this is what I mean. Hey, how's it going, Poacher? I just want to check out your place. You got a sweet place, actually. You just have to choose how much you want to level up your gear to obtain. Yeah, for sure. There you go. You get a nice little hug, but you got a cave. Look at this. So caves are always interesting because they could be abused. And what's interesting about this cave, it's so close to the border almost that you might be able to escape the province this way. I doubt it because it's not deep enough, but usually once they get deep enough, you can kind of beef jump into certain places. Like, let's see. So what you should look for, so see how Henry's glove right here is going through the rock wall? Usually that's a good sign. You can kind of go through the places and kind of get pushed through. So this actually might be a good place to kind of like do some testing on. It might take a while, but you can probably go through the rock wall and find your way through, because the border is just to the north. Like the, what do you call it? The wall blockers, but they don't put the wall blockers underneath the ground. So that's the one thing to look out for. So that might be a great way to escape out of Skalitz if you want. So, or not Skalitz, escape out of like Bohemia. So that might be interesting to try out. But I haven't done it, and I'm not going to attempt it because it'll just involve a lot of crackling and basically Henry going, loading saves and a bunch of stuff. But that might be a good spot to go. So great sight.
Yeah.
Go down here. There should be another spot out here. There should be an accident we're looking for. Should be on the river. And come on. A lot of times, ooh. Ah, here we go. It's, I believe this is the accident. The accident is my horse being there. Let's see. Oh, God. Oh, the accident's, okay. Go up the thing. Yeah, you could do a beef stream one these times. I could, but it's really not that interesting. It's basically beef jumping involves about 80% failure rates, you know, and 20% success. Also, I do like the fact that Henry is, like, standing on, you know, basically, like, he has no footing. He's just standing on nothing. The hit collision, like, they don't let you go into the wagons. I wonder if that's how they're going to do KCD2, where it's like, you're not going to be able to actually go into wagons. They're going to just be like, nope, no wagon jumping inside. So, because I'm going to try, I'm going to do stuff to those wagons. You're not going to believe it. They let us drive those wagons. Woo, baby. We're going to have some good times. That's all I got to say. There's going to be things done to those wagons. There should be, check the base of the tree just in case. No. So there should be something out here. Where are you? There we go. It's a woodland garden somewhere. Ah, here we go. It's all right. How woodland gardens go. Meh. Yeah. Oh, it's actually pretty good. I mean, if you need a lot of mints and stuff like that, it's just coming out in here in the middle of nowhere. It just sucks. You know, that's where you get the minus points, because it's like, I don't want to go out in the middle of nowhere just for, you know, basically nothing. So, not a big deal. So, either way. Oh, man. But I'm going to do stuff to those wagons. We're going to have a good time. But the wagons have a good time. The wagons are going to have a great time. That's all I got to say. The wagons are going to have, you know, if we can actually use them, they'll make the game so much more interesting. That's all I got to say. I mean, I don't know if Warhorse will appreciate it, but we'll see. There we go. Start digging this guy up. But anyways, by the way, how many people actually tried beef jumping themselves? Like, I don't know. It's like one of those things that's like, it's well worth doing sometimes, but it only has limited spot. And this is a chest buried here for 100 groschen. Not worth it. It's kind of like right here. Meh. You know, that's all I gotta say. Meh. So there should be an accident right about here. I can't believe my Henry has not gone off of these roads yet to do this. And I would use the horse, but horses are terrible on hills, so it's not going to be good. Yeah. KCD2, it's going to be great just because, like, how much more stuff they're adding to the game. And then the more stuff you add to a game, the more stuff that can kind of go wrong. So, I mean, they could do a lot of things right, but who knows? It's going to work out. In KCD2, there will be 3 types of crossbows. 3 types. So I'm guessing light, heavy, and a repeater crossbow? I'm not sure. I don't know my history on there. Did they say what type of crossbows are going to be? So I'm assuming the light ones are going to be just, you really reload them faster than that. They have the heavy ones where you got to be off a horseback to shoot. And then, I'm not sure what the third one will be, other than a medium crossbow, I guess. But, I mean, I'm guessing a heavy crossbow is just going to kill everybody, so who knows. Warblex, hey, having a great time cooking while looking at my favorite Henry portrayer. There we go. What are you cooking up there? Henry's hungry right now, so he's going out in the middle of the forest looking for weird stuff. When I say weird stuff, like, is this... No? Where... Like, sometimes you gotta wonder, like, what do they put out here? So, what am I looking for? I might have this marked wrong. There should be... Oh, we're looking for an accident, that's why. Accidents are a little bit tougher to find. Because it's always like, you're looking for a body or something. It's like, oh, he's on the ground, buried in bushes, but... Let's see. No, I don't see anything. Oh, this is like one of the hard ones to do. Ah, here we go. Hey, buddy. You had an accident. You didn't have anything on you as an accident. So what happened here? You didn't fall off a tree. You just kind of bled out. You got a bad case of diarrhea, I guess. Let's see. Gorbeck's blue cheese, steak sauce, and roast. Ooh. Oh God, Henry's hungry now. That sounds actually really good. So Darnard's saying, I know one the crossbow has a crank, hand-drawn cranks, and windlass. So okay, so yeah, that's actually all right. I'll have to look up the types on there because I played lots of different medieval games before, but it's like, you know, they all have different portrayals of crossbows, so I got to be careful with you know, which crossbows I think will exist. Let's go north to Prince Lovitz first, and we'll come back, I guess. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking for certain trees that kind of show up here. I want to say it's right about here. Come here, horse. So this is probably spots you never go to, like in the game. You have no reason to go out this far, you know, especially when you have Prince Lovitz there. So I wonder how that works out.
Yeah.
Some expos, such as the heavy, draw weight. You need to sit and pull with the crane. Yeah, I wonder. So the one thing with the crossbows you all bring up is that if you, because in the weapon system they have it where you can actually quick draw weapons. I wonder if they're gonna let you do that with the crossbow too. Because if you could just quick draw a heavy crossbow out your butt, I wonder if you can, you know, really just cause some problems. So it's a nice little hole, not bad. It's just a little poacher hole. Nothing too interesting. There is something a little bit north here. It's like right about here-ish. So let's go out there. But I wonder if you can do like a quick draw, shoot someone in the face, and then just go back to your sword and just whack them down, because that would lead to some funny things. Same thing with the guns, where you're just like, all right, here's the gun, quick draw to your sword, and then just start beating someone down or bonk them or whatever else. So I wonder how that works out. Okay, another little hunter little spot. So no, don't save, you idiot. Get back up. God, I didn't realize. God. Oh, jeez, Henry, get up. I was trying to loot stuff, not try to sleep. Get up, sleepyhead. It's a sleep spot if you need, but, you know, not the most interesting sights ever, but, you know, it's a nice little piece of detail out here, so, I've seen better. Let's see. Speaking of that, is there anything? Oh, God, there's so many up here north. Let's see. I think one of them is really light, pretty similar to a bow, and one of them would be pretty heavier with a lever. Yeah, probably the light. They might have some restrictions on carrying, you know, the bow and quick drawing or whatever else with it. Like they probably don't let you keep it loaded or some deal. That would probably be a balancing issue for there. Maybe the light one you can, but even then, if you can just pop somebody real fast with one of those bows, that would be crazy. Like, it's going to be insane off there. Because at least with, like, a bow, it takes a while to pull out. And then you have to, like, you know, what in the name of Donkey Kong is this? What the heck? Alright, so it is an interesting sight. That's actually interesting. What is this? Who did this? But, yeah, it would be really interesting off the point. One of the points is out of the map. Really? Well, we'll have to investigate that. Let's see. Hold on. How do you get up here? What is this? What is it, like Donkey Kong set up a place up here? Yeah, but the combat's gonna be really interesting, and I assume there's gonna be ways to kind of really break it for the most part. So, all right, Henry, get up here. Oh no, there's one of these barrels things. All right, get up there. No, you jumped off the freaking thing. All right, whatever. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get over the hill. This is parkour. Yeah, this is. There you go, and then. All right, we made it. All right. Ah, crackers, Henry. All right, do this again. Like this is. The bad part is if you land on that side, you gotta go all the way around again. So, oh, come on, Henry. Get up the thing. Oh, crackers. I wonder if there's anything up there. There's not anything up there. Then we're doing this for pride alone. All right, so. Oh, no. So the problem is this barrel is. There we go. Take it slow. Get up that barrel. Oh, there is something up there. It's empty. Who did this? Who did this to Henry? It's an empty barrel. You guys are mean. We did all this for Henry. Got to go. All right, Trial, thanks for coming. You know, we'll see you around next time. But anyway, it's just an empty barrel up there. What a jerk. Of all the things, just empty stuff. All right, fine. Interesting sight, but nothing interesting in there. So I didn't rob this place, I swear. So, all right. No idea what's up with that. I'm kind of disappointed on there, but you can kind of parkour up there. I wonder, see, if they had those in the game, kind of like interesting sights, this would be way better, where you had to like jump and investigate, do like mini puzzles. I think that's probably what's missing in Kingdom Come Deliverance, like the interesting sights out there. If they actually made like little puzzles out there in the middle of nowhere, that would be really cool to do. So I know they do treasure maps technically, but you know what? Like, I think, I don't know. It just came to me. I'm like, yeah, that's actually a lot more fun when you find these places. You're like, all right, solve this puzzle while you're out here. So that'd be pretty cool to see. I don't know if everyone else feels like that too, but you know, that it might be something easy to do and set up there, and just, you know, they don't even have to be difficult puzzles. They just be like parkour up there. So that'd be kind of fun. But I know there's only a limited amount of them. So if they still have time, that might be something they can add into the game. They're like, hey, if your set designers are bored, here you go. Here's something they could do. So, okay. So now it's another hunting spot. It's just gonna have bow, arrows, nothing a big deal. So, meh. As spots go, it's one of those. There's a lot of hunting spots out here like this, so they're not particularly interesting. But I'll live. Yeah, I want to say, is it right about there? No, it's right about here. Right in that thing. So let's go put a little bit north. So yeah, parkouring would be a lot more fun for sure. And especially when you have the movements and everything else. So it'll be great to do. So, oh, Henry's just running through the forest for no reason. Henry, you have a horse. Take your horse. There you go. So off you go. And this
Can't leave the domain without Sir Radzig's permission.
Yeah, you can. There's a house here, and it's almost. Yeah, I think this is what Jaden was pointing at, is that this is one of the points that are outside the map. And they slow you down quite a bit. Like, so... Oh, God. I guess you could look at it, but you can't touch it. Yep, this is one of the spots right here. You can look at it, but you can't touch it. And if I knew anything about it... So, usually, what you can do to get around this sometimes is that you hug up against a tree, and you kind of like start vibrating against the tree up it, but I don't think that's going to be the case on this one. There's no trees nearby, but yeah, it's a nice little spot, but it's nothing too interesting. So anyways, the next one we have is right about here, and I bet you it's going to be, what do you call it? It's going to be moonshine. Anything that deals with water, moonshine instantly. So that's usually how I think about it. But ooh, we'll go off here in this distance. Douche, forest, boom, boom, boom. Oh no, it's actually a poacher site. Wow.
Hey, get out of here! This is no place for the likes of you.
No place for the likes of you. No place for the likes of you.
Bellyache, have you? That's nasty.
Oh, there you go. I was about to say. I can't screw. There we go. I hope there'll be more small animals in KCD too, like fishes, rats, maybe cats. Oh yeah. I know someone said there's supposed to be cats in the game, so that's the one thing. Fishes is one thing too. I feel like, you know, if they did fishing, it'd be interesting to have that in the game, but at the same time, like, they would need to actually have a cooking mechanic or something, like someone who make meals out of the stuff you catch. Otherwise, I don't see the point. Yep, it's not a bad place. Little hunting spot there. Nothing I would write home to, so not a big deal. There's one right about here-ish. I want to say it's like right about here. There we go. God, we're missing all the spots out here. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good cooking mechanics out there. Like, I don't know if people played Monster Hunter before. Like, Monster Hunter had, you know, like cooking was like before you going out the battle, it's something you had to do, like to eat and stuff like that. But that would be interesting to have in a game. But I don't know if there would be a balancing issue and, you know, just annoyance in general if you have to eat too
I
much.
can't just drop everything and leave.
Yeah, but you could take a look at this site. Oh, hey, wait a minute. They didn't say there's supposed to be a grave site here too. What the heck? What do you got here? Okay, so there's a bonus here too. So, oh, 1 grosh. Get out of here. I feel insulted. That was the most insulting thing ever. So there's a little statue guy and technically a grave site here too. But it doesn't mark it on the map, but what a freaking jerk. Oh god. All right, fine. 1 grosh, and that's almost a waste of my time. Yeah. Can you get fish from the fishing traps? Yes, you can. You can get fish from them. Trout's usually what you get, but honestly, you know, you can cook them, but it's not like you get any crazy stats off of them, so it's kind of just, and they're so rare and they cost so much more, they're just not effective to get, you know, to get fish and anything else like that. It's kind of more just, you know, I get them as just a funny thing. Like I'll collect a bunch of fish and drop them, but they don't do anything too crazy, so I'm not a big proponent of that. Here you go. Here's a guy that's tainting the water supply. Just drowned here. This is an accident. Hey buddy, don't. So this is the problem. You get bad tasting water all the way down the stream because someone decided to like die in it. All right, cool. Looks like he was taking a swim, or you just drowned. He said, "Screw this." So nice little accident there. I like that. Nice little accident. Oh god. Henry's a bastard. But anyways, let's go down this way. Hey, I caught you live. Hey, how's it going, Abdullah?
Yeah.
It's good for you to join out here. We're just going throughout the forest and checking out all these different little spots here for all the accidents and grave sites and all those little exploring sites. Especially these places you just never find on your own. Like, well, this accident you'd find on your own. There's nothing crazy about this one. But, like, a lot of these other sites out here are just ridiculous. You find, like, we're finding all these interesting spots, but they're so well hidden, and a lot of times you never run into this. Like, you run into this one just because you're on the road. The road ones aren't, like, as fun as some of the other ones, but honestly, there's a lot out here. So now we're kind of going out to the edge. So now we got to go down the road here, and when we go down the road here, there should be another interesting site. I'm pretty sure this is going to be another little guy poster, but yeah, some of the ones you find out here are great. Some of the ones you find are just like, eh. So, like, this house, like, everybody's seen before. I wonder if this is one of the marks, too. It's not marking it as interesting site. Is it? No, it doesn't. This isn't even marked as an interesting site, so I guess that's not the case. Anything great? Oh, it is. Okay, there's a chest right there, so stop and do that. No idea if they resupply. Oh, the fish inside the traps? Oh, wow, okay. This one's terrible, but this is weird. This is the first time I've ever seen a shield that's actually broken, kind of thing. Like, I know shields can technically get broken, but I've never seen it before, so yeah, that's kind of a rare drop right there, if you want to say. It's a worthless drop, but it doesn't really happen that often. So, either way, now let's go to one of these that should be a little harder. Anyways, I would buy DLC that only lets you make Henry fat by eating too much. Actually, I wonder if they're gonna do that. But then again, I think most of the time what they do in this game is that they don't. They only let a couple days pass technically, even though you're waiting for a long time. But it'd be great. So this site's interesting. It's like a house out here, or was, or something. Oh well, but now it's just a chest with cobwebs. I take that back. There's 5 cobwebs. It's great. Do cobwebs drop? Let's see. Do cobwebs drop as cobwebs? They do. They have their own. Okay, well it's gone. They don't drop as a bag. They drop as actual like cobwebs. Now they're in the ground. Okay, they just pieced out in the ground. They're gone now. All right. Well, don't drop cobwebs. That's all that works out. I'm not sure if the fish traps resupply, but I would be surprised if they do. A lot of the things don't resupply in this game, so I think beehives are one of the few that do. But I'm not sure if they were looking for a fish mechanic. You know, they're going to do fishing, but they just never got around to it. Like, it got cut later on. That'd be the thing to work out. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. They put a lot of stuff into the game, but then it sounded like they just went on a cutting spree and just cut everything out. So, is this going to be the interesting location?
Yeah.
Don't die. Oh, it is. See, this is the spot. Oh, look, it's another gamekeeper.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
Why'd you ask? Can I not take a walk in the woods without being accosted?
I asked because I'm the gamekeeper here.
Well, I'm certainly not poaching.
In that case, you won't mind if I have a look what you've got on you.
Not a chance. You're not going to rummage around in my things.
That's
Yeah.
as good as a confession to me.
You know what?
And what if I don't go?
Then I...
Try it.
Yeah, you're gonna make Henry. No, you're not gonna do this. Henry is God. Oh, ow! Hey, what did I say about this? Henry's basic God tier fighter. My reputation. Like I care about reputation. So I really do hope they fix the boxing in this game because
Don't beat you.
you know, KCD won.
Enough, I give up.
Do you give up? No, you don't. There you go. We don't care about reputation in this game. Anyways, it might be on a reload thing. Oh, okay. The fish supply. So this one's kind of interesting. Again, if you're going to do beef jumping, this might work out, but I don't think it's not deep enough to kind of get you into the floor. So it's really not that interesting of a place, but you know what? It works out. You get a gameskeeper if you want to get funny dialogue and a good bow, but other than that, not a big thing. Yeah. Bro, imagine being punched with a steel gauntlet. Ooh, actually, that's a good point. Like, you know, I wish there was, like, some more damage indicators on there, because you're right. If you got hit with a steel gauntlet versus a regular fist, like, woo, baby. Like, that's got to add, like, you're not, especially, like, someone that's a professional, like, dear God.
Be off, I say.
All right. Take a look at this. There's a poacher here. So there's a poacher here, like, 15 feet from a gameskeeper. What the heck? Okay, we just... Like, look at this. Gameskeeper's there. Poacher's right here. Come on, you're not doing your job, gameskeeper. Anyways, and you're not a very good poacher either, because you got a... Well, you got a pig. You don't even got a boar. How'd you get a pig out here? So, yeah, it's all right. Nothing major. It works out. Oh, God, yeah. So, yeah, punching people with a steel gauntlet, not a good thing. I mean, I don't know if anyone ever did boxing before, but getting punched by somebody with, like, fists, just regular fists, is just insane for the most part. So, getting punched with somebody with a steel fist, whoo, baby. In KCD2, there would be new wrestling moves, like holds and combos, for sure. Holds and combos, I do think they're going to be a thing, but I do wonder if they're going to give you, like, brass knuckle damage or anything else, so they, you can kind of make it more of, like, a weird build or something. As interesting sites go, it's basically a tree trunk thing. Nothing too crazy. I'm not excited about it. You shouldn't be excited. Like, ooh, we haven't found something crazy in a while, so... It seems like this part of the woods is not the best part of the woods for the most part. Looking for the next site. I want to say it's like right about, it's either here. I want to say it's about here. All right, this is a horse thing. So, come here, horse. Where are you, buddy? Ah! Where's my horse? You basically get over here. I don't know why, but in my game there.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but in my game there. I'm not sure what you mean by that. We'll see. Let's go off here into the distance and see if we actually find some better sites out here. Like this part of the woods is, they're mostly caves, little hunters. Nothing too interesting. But I see. What is this? Another poacher? My God. And you're fancy. Look at this. So you got all the magical deer heads. So. A pretty successful hunter, if anything, but he's gone. So, yeah, you can get wine. Meh. Nothing too crazy out here. I'll live. So, cool site, but, I guess if you're looking for sleeping and going around, that would be something, but it's not the best site I have ever seen. Let's see. There's supposed to be a grave right about here-ish? want to say it's like right about here. So graves are pretty hard. Let's see. AMD only 4 attacks directions instead of 5. Yeah, so if anyone knows about the KCD2, apparently now that we have where it's like there's only 4 directions to attack instead of the 5. I don't know how it's going to simplify things for sure. Maybe make combos better, easier to do, but you know, it shouldn't be too bad. Ooh, that's right. I'm looking for a grave. Look down. Are you going to explore the north because there's an interesting accident up there? Yeah, we're going to explore the north too. We're kind of in the north right now. I'm kind of trying to attack all the ones that are here, so we'll kind of go back up this way because there's so many up there. It's crazy. It's like again, like part of the map that I think probably 90% of the people don't go towards just because there's no towns, there's nothing to attack up there. And a lot of these stuff isn't like, you know, too crazy. So it's just a person buried. Cobwebs again. So, town dress. I don't think I've ever seen this type of yellow out there before. This might be a rare dress. Someone will have to let me know. That's a pretty rare yellow dress there. I don't think there's that many yellow like that color. There's yellow for sure, but not yellow. Let's drop cobwebs again. Let's see if it actually... Yeah, so if you drop cobwebs, it looks like they just disappear into the ground. They're just gone. My God, cobwebs just don't exist. Like, once you drop them, they're just like, screw you, Henry, we're gone. God, all right. That's interesting to see. Cobwebs might be the most fragile thing ever. Dana, ever wondered why there's a regular pig, somewhat funny hair in the back? Since the game is quite historically accurate, try to find equivalent without success. I had never noticed that. I know there's regular pigs and then they have boars, but they don't, you know, I'm not sure how much more difference there are, per se. So, anyways, across... Yeah, the boars out here, they're not as dangerous. That's the one thing they should probably change in the next game, because I know boars are supposed to be, like, mean. Like, they can actually charge you and do damage, so I wonder if they'll do that in the next game for sure. But who knows? There's a little garden out here. Ooh, baby. Okay. So, there's tons of herb Paris and there's tons of valerian. I'm gonna do this, so let's see. How much does Henry actually get off here? So do that. How much valerian do we have? Drop. I have 15, so drop that. All right, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna harvest this herb Paris. Yeah, so basically Henry just cleared it all out with one shot. So how much did we get off of there? Yeah, 131. Oh my God. Oh my God, that is insane. That is, holy crackers. I didn't realize Henry's picking the whole freaking, you know, thing. 140? Holy crap. I emptied it out. You all seen that. So if you need a ton of, like, herbs, holy crap. This garden was not playing around. Yeah, so basically, if you're looking for money, these gardens are right there. I don't know if they respawn. Does anyone know if the gardens do respawn after time? Because I'm pretty sure they have to respawn. There's no way they don't. But if they don't, I mean, there's plenty of herbs out there, I guess. But if you need a ton of herbs, it's just in 2 quick swoops. You know, I have pretty good herbalism on this Henry, so you can basically just get tons of stuff. So it's well worth it there. So same thing with the belladonna. There's like 60 in that one garden I had, so that's not bad. I'll probably basically set you for life for the most part, at least in this game. Matt G is saying that they do respawn. Okay, that's good to know. So, it take about 3 in-game days. Wow, okay. So, if you have the perks for selling more stuff or higher prices for the, you know, the herbs, it's probably pretty good. Looks like someone beat Henry to the grave. Yeah. What jerks did this? How dare they dig stuff up before Henry does? And they just left the body out here. At least Henry leaves the body inside, so... Alright, well, that grave diggers are jerks. How dare they? That's what I do. Ever do an unarmed Henry playthrough? Matt Butler, yes I have. It's a really old video now. It's... Basically, it's the pacifist run I did. It's called, like, the aggressive pacifist run. Henry's aggressive pacifist run, so... It's... You know, technically we didn't kill anyone, but Henry did, like, knock a lot of people out. So it's something you can do, and it's viable. Like you could win the Rat Tate tournament with just unarmed too. So it's doable. You just gotta cheese the system for quite a bit. So, but it's totally possible. So unarmed can work. It's just more annoying because if you're out in the open field, and you got more than one person fighting you, you're not gonna win that probably. Not without taking a lot of damage. But yeah, so interesting site out here. It's just more campground, nothing too much. But again, going back to unarmed, honestly, you know, one-on-one you can win. If you're not one-on-one, you're screwed. You're basically, you're not going to do too much off of there. So, you know, cobwebs were actually very useful pre-modern medicine. They were used as natural wound stillers. Really? Okay. I don't know if anyone has like black widows or orb spiders in their part of the country, but black widows have really thick webbing, so I could see how that would work out. Like you basically know the spider's pretty dangerous if it has like, if you feel the web and you're like, oh, that's thick. Like you can't like easily tear it. So, oh, I just walked into past accident. Where are you, accident?
Yeah.
So, is the accident a log here? There we go. Here we go. Hey, ladies. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. There's a ring of mushrooms. And let's see. Do we pick all the mushrooms up at the same time? Oh, God. Henry just cleared out the ring. There you go. You don't want to use spider. You don't want to use the web of a poisonous spider. Okay. I have no idea. But yeah, that's all I could think of. It's, you know, they're really thick. But how many mushrooms did we get off of there? 150 flyer garlic mushrooms. There you go. Well, you can have them back. This one's actually kind of cool. So it looks like they both took a little chow session, and they both died. But the sad part is I can't get their little crowns off of them. Henry needs to be able to wear, like, crowns of, like, you know, stuff like that. I've never ran into that one before. But 150 mushrooms off of there, that's actually pretty good. That's a good selling point right there. So be able to, you know, find that. Like, there's some good sites out here for money making, at least herb wise. If you're not looking for killing, you're just looking for money making in general without stealing or anything else like that. That's a good one right there. Orb weavers are pretty thick webs. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of too. Orb weavers are that. There's some. I know there's some like in California some variation of orb weavers, I believe, and they're pretty thick too. They're false widows and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I never thought about using their webs like that, other than using it to wrap up stuff. Like if you want to keep stuff sticky in some area, they're pretty good for that. But honestly, you know, most of the time you don't. They're not that invasive for the most part. You leave them alone, they leave you alone for the most part. So they're pretty good to have in the garden. Like if you have a big garden and you're trying to keep a lot of like insects away, they're really good at doing that. So I'm happy with them being there. But other than that, not my jam inside the house. So let's see. So it's a grave right here. Let's see what we're gonna get. In North Carolina, is an orb weaver called the banana spider that would just make webs between two holes. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, are they pretty? Are they like venomous too, or are they pretty harmless for the most part? I'm not sure about that, but yeah, there's nothing in this grave. There's poppies all around, so if you're looking for some poppies, but there's nothing in here, so it's just a buried body. So I'd be pretty annoyed because I don't usually carry a shovel on Henry all the time, so you know it's kind of annoying to find an empty site like that, but whatever. I mean, Henry's grave robbing for a reason. Banana spiders make huge webs. They're not poisonous, they're just big boys. Okay. You know, I'm totally fine with, like, I don't have a, like, spiders don't give me the heebie-jeebies for the most part, so, you know, I'm totally fine with them. I'm like, you bros, you stay out there, you do your thing, you protect my vegetables and all that stuff. I'm totally fine with them. The only time I'm, like, black widows and other certain ones, I go like, you know, you guys got to get away from me. I just know they do too much damage. So, whoa, okay. Now this is an interesting sight. What is this? The apple eating competition here? There's all these little mini chairs. You can't sit on them, so that's kind of a thing. it's whatever works out there. The sting only stinging and tingling. Most people recover after a day or two. One of the most venomous spiders in the UK. Okay. I did not know about that. All right. I walked through one on a land native Fort Bragg. I pulled a whole kit off one move. Yeah, they have really thick webs, and that could be a problematic thing. So that's the one thing we don't see out here. We don't see big spider webs. I don't know if Bohemia has that, you know, or Europe's forests have a lot of that too out in that region. I don't know if there's any real dangerous spiders out in there. I think most of them are pretty peaceful comparison to like Australia or something like that. Australia just has all the worst spiders in the world. So it's everything's bad or dangerous in Australia, but at least in Europe, I wonder if they're a lot calmer. This one annoys me. This interesting sight. Look at this thing. It's pretty. It's a building. You know, Henry could do a 360, but there's nothing. There's nothing on there. It's cool. There's no story other than it kind of got flattened. So, I mean, you can go up top of it. You can do stuff to it. You can kind of give the squats on it, but you can't do anything to it. So, not my favorite. Whatever. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I know, has anyone ever been to like the Amazon forest before? Like Amazon's another one where it's like, if you stay with a travel or whatever else, you're picking what you need. But good God, there's everything that's super dangerous in there too. Who are you? Hey, it's the faint-hearted knight.
I have no wish to trouble you, good man. But if you could help me.
Okay, everybody, I did not know this is a thing, but look at this. So, if you're ever looking for the faint-hearted knight, what do you mean you spawn here? What do you mean you're spawning here? It's the middle of nowhere. It's a sleep site, too. What are you doing inside the bushes? You trying to ambush me?
Stop and have a word with me. It would help me greatly.
No, I'm not talking to you. This isn't... But what are you doing here, brother? What are you doing in this whole site? Like, how do you expect to find this guy?
Greatly.
Good God. I've never seen him here before, but alright. Whatever. I live in the exact same climate as Central Russia. Never seen spiders bigger than a fingernail. Yeah. So Russia is huge, so I'm pretty sure out in the middle of nowhere, they probably have some really crazy stuff too. But then again, it's super frozen in most of those parts, so maybe it's really hard for spiders to exist. Especially if there's no food for them to get. So I think that's the hardest part. If there's no insects or anything else, then that'll work out. But yeah, let's see. Let's go out this way. Faint-hearted knight, just sitting in the middle of nowhere. That's crazy to think about. I don't know why he spawns there, but fine, just spawn there and be a jerk, I guess. So here's an accident here. It's nothing interesting. It's just a wagon. Yep. Do you have anything for me? Bard potion, hair of the dog. Ah, don't do that. Nothing too crazy. I've seen better. Yeah, there's a camp east of Scouts where the mercenary challenges to a duel. Yeah, he respawns. He's there all the time. Yeah, Archie 987. I know what you're talking about. So, yeah, it's like this little house or whatever, right? So if you ever want to find like a fight with a mercenary, there's like a house down here, like somewhere around here. Like you're going into like there's a little house and you could fight a mercenary all the time. It's kind of crazy. He spawns there all the time. So Unity, how long is the game? The game, if you play it without the DLC, probably like 70, 80 hours maybe. And it depends on how many side quests and everything else you do. I think the world record for beating the game on the speed runs like 3 hours maybe. So it depends on what type of player you are, but I would probably put it about like 70 hours is kind of pretty good distance for the game itself. So it's a long boy. That's all I gotta say. So we're gonna go out there. Let's see.
Yeah.
We'll do that. So it's pretty long. But it's, you know, again, it depends on what type of player you are, but expect to play for a bit. It's the world's, especially if you play hardcore mode, you know, add an extra 10 hours because of how much riding you're going to be around doing stuff. So it's just a massive game for the most part. Let's see. So going out in the middle of nowhere, this is probably one of the better treasure chests to go. Hey, Aglanese. I can't say your last name. I can't. I'm butchering that. Hello, how you doing? It's good for you to join the live stream. So, watching us, you know, gather all the weird stuff out here. So this is one of the Warhorse's DLC ones. So if you have the DLC, this is one of the better treasure chests out here. So this is like the outfits for sure. So, all right, dig this up. Come on, buddy. So you get the twin grave. So very nice, but I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in this, which you can get some really nice stuff. This is the best cuirass you can get in the game. They have the greaves and the cough, so I'll take those. But yeah, this is definitely one of the best treasure spots of all time too, just because of how much good stuff is actually in there. So we'll put this on just because that's what we're doing today. So on you go. Enjoy. Drop that, Henry. And we'll get out of this. The one thing is that don't be overweight in the grave. Ah, there we go. Also there's... Oh, that's my stuff. So, not too bad. It's one of the best ones you're going to be, how that works out. With the main story, side quest, exploration achievements, you can get a good 120 hours. Yeah, it's a big game if you start doing everything. So, it's kind of an insane one. Let's see. So, there's just so much to do off of there. Are we going on a tour across Bohemia? Yeah, so we're going across Bohemia. So let me put this in chat. If you're new here, sort of thing. So we're looking for all the interesting sites and all that. So this is a KCD map that somebody made. It's interactive, so you can put on the interesting locations, graves, and accidents, or you can put on anything else you want. It puts all the markers on there, so you can actually find what you need. So we're trying to find all the interesting spots out there. There's in the north, it gets kind of sparse. So, you know, watch out for that. So, you know, there's not too much out there. So I want to say at this crossroad, this one up here.
Yeah.
And I bet you a lot of people just don't go up this way because there's no reason to be up this far. So it's kind of insane to do this. And again, we found the faint-hearted knight in the middle of a freaking dank forest. Like, what the heck is that? So, either way, do you know Black Adder? No, I don't. I don't at all. So,
Yeah.
it sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. So here's the other interesting site. So we got another wooden boy. Looks like he got knocked down, so that's a shame. So, and we got ourselves a wayfarer. I'm not gonna kill him. So, you know what? This is a good boy, Henry. So, you know what? It's out there. Nothing too crazy, but whatever. There's an accident. I've been out here before. I think I explored with this Henry before, so,
Yeah.
but a lot of these accidents out here, they're not the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I can't just drop everything and leave.
Yeah.
You can, Henry. Stop being a wuss. You're Henry of Skalitz. You're the most powerful person in this game. You are the game, Henry. So there's supposed to be an accident out here. I don't know how I found this before. I think I was screwing around, so that's probably how you walk into a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's, oh, no, there we go. Oh, yeah. It's a accident. This is actually a pretty cool one. Ooh. Yeah, look at this. This is actually a pretty interesting one right here. He's got a pretzel on him. He's got a groschen. Look at that. I can't tell if he's a human or whatever, or just an adventurer, but is this like an old mine or something? Does anyone know what this is? Yeah, I can't believe I ran into this with Henry here before. But yeah, it's just like a steamy mess out here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know what it is or why it's there, but some guy got cooked. So, barbecue bandit, that's all I gotta say. So, that works out. Interesting place for the most part, sure. There's also one right across the forest. That works out. We'll do that. So we'll just keep running. We don't need to get on a horse, especially not water. Okay, get up the thing, Henry. So, yeah. I haven't seen the Black Adder thing or with Mr. Bean. I mostly, yeah, it's kind of something I don't get introduced to a lot. So, but I might have to check it out. So. Here we go. Hey, look at this. This is interesting. Oh, baby. You actually got yourself an underground house. Oh, that's not a bath. I was about to say, if it's a bath out here in the middle of nowhere, that's even better. But it's a nice little hunting spot because there's going to be an ash bow here. So that's actually kind of cool. It's, you know what? As interesting sites go, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. That's crazy. Yeah, there's no other interesting sites out here. You know, we'll go to this one. I think I found this one before, but you know, there's nothing else really too much. So we'll go out this way. Which Stronghold game is your favorite? Like the old Stronghold games? Like, God, I mean, the first one's pretty good. Like, and then they also had like, I want to say Stronghold Turbo Edition or something like that, where it's like you're out in the middle, like the Middle East or whatever, and you know, it's crazy powers and all that stuff. I mean, they're all good. I mean, those are pretty good. I feel like they work out. Yeah, here we go. Here's the interesting site. It's just a bag of apples. Freaking Johnny Appleseed out here or something. So nothing crazy, but you know what? If you want it, you can have it. If you need a bag of apples, that's what you do. Old Stronghold, yeah. Basically, yeah, the oldest Stronghold game was great. I mean, I don't know if they'll ever do something that'll do it justice again. You know, I don't know how many people played Strongholds game before, but actually, have anyone played? It's a really, really old game. You would probably have to look this one up. Oh God, Knights of the Realm, or Knights of the Realm 2 or something like that. It's a really old game. Let me see if I can find this site real quick first. Yeah. And I'll take a look at it. But, ooh, okay. It's an interesting site. It looks like it's a hunting spot, but it's not too bad. Yeah, Stronghold Crusader Extreme. That one's pretty good. It's more of a, like, you just really want to get let loose. Yeah, this site's pretty good. Correct me if I'm wrong, isn't there an Easter egg where you find a horse armor that pokes fun at horse armor DLC from Oblivion? Maybe. Lords of the Realm. There you go, Darren. Lords of the Realm 2. That's one of the, like, you would have to look it up. It's such an old game. It's probably one of the best old games like that. They tried making Lords of the Realm 3, and it was awful. I think it killed the series. But, yeah, Lords of the Realm was one of those games, like, way back in the day that was just absolutely crazy good, and I love that game so much. But nowadays, it doesn't really hold a candle. You can still play it, but I think that was like the original Stronghold, if you want to say. That's the only reason I bring it up. It's kind of like Stronghold before Stronghold became a thing with 3D and all that stuff. So Stronghold did it better. Let's keep it real. But yeah, Lords of the Realm 2 is absolutely amazing. Poor doggy. I don't know why the doggy's dead. But then there's also Paris. There's not that much here. Sage, you know, mint. I don't, and nettle. I don't need this stuff. So, as most stuff, it's a pretty weak garden. There's a dead dog, too. I don't know why. Yeah, slaughter these villagers. Yeah, Stronghold, the first one just has so much charm. It works out. I was so old, I was playing Lords of the Ring 1 Lords of the Realm 1 back in the day. I've never played the first one, but the second one, I'm a veteran of for sure. Just because my dad mostly played it, so he loved that game too. So it's still a good one to go back to. So, anyways, we'll go down this way and do that. That dog is dead. Yeah, poor doggy. Yeah. So, again, for the second game for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I hope they have more variations of dogs, or somebody mod in different dogs in there, because I want different puppies around here. It's kind of boring seeing that. Is this the interesting site? Or I didn't do this. Why are you guys dead? Okay. I guess a hunter's around. That's weird. I just ran into dead deer here. Why are you dead? And the other thing too, why are you movable? I didn't do this. I was with you guys. So usually, if they're a set piece here, they don't move, but I can move them. So that means they're not a set piece. That means they just killed over and died, and then didn't spawn anything. What happened to you guys? Okay. That is probably the weirdest thing I ever walked into. Because that isn't something that should happen like that. That makes no sense. Why are the saddles in the game so expensive? They're pretty expensive, but they usually just hold a lot of stuff. So the more expensive they are, the more they hold. But ooh. Hey guys, you got a puppy.
What do we got here?
What do we got here? You got a dog, so I don't want to fight that. And also, I got a helmet on. Oh, I forgot I had this helmet on. Hold on. Get off the distance, Henry. I don't need you having a helmet on here. Where's that dog? Yeah, so usually always take care. Ow! Hey, what are you doing, buddy? Don't shoot at me with it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get down. You're gonna shoot at Henry like an idiot. Yeah, there you go. Freaking jerk. All right, now your dog's mine. Who are you? No, you don't get to play with your dog. You. Oh God. All right, come on, dogs. There you go. Freaking out. Just get away from the dogs. That's all you can do. My dad used to play a game called Panzer General. Came out in 1994. Yeah, there's super old games. A lot of them were so good, so I can't... There's some games I can't remember anymore, like, you know, my dad used to have. He let me play, and I was like, oh, yeah, but I can't remember them. I was so young at the time. Anyways, oh, Lazarus Potion. They actually got a pretty good camp here, so it's an interesting site because there are a bunch of bandits out here. We're gonna eat your food. We killed you, take your dog, steal your stuff. Not bad. They don't give ears, so there's no point killing them out there for that. They're just there for that. They're out in the middle of nowhere. They're literally in the middle of nowhere, so... Anyways, I guess they were living a good life until Henry came, so that works out. There you go. Job's done. Mutt is really effective against other dogs. Ah! You know, honestly, I'd never use Mutt, to be honest. But you're right. If dogs become more prevalent, I think, like in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, if they're everywhere kind of deal, then you gotta have something to counter them, because the dogs are they just hold Henry in place too much, and especially if you're fighting against multiple people, they'll take you down. That's the problem. They're too hard. Are you serious or trolling? I wasn't sure what part you were talking about. At James Glenn. Let's see. I'm not sure. I see all this stuff out there. The horse armor Easter egg, Catherine located east. Yeah, so we got that one. So if you're looking at the horse armor, and there we go. So right now, tack. So we got this one. So this is the one we got from the what do you call it? From the cliffside. So we already got that one. So it's pretty. I don't know if it's a reference to the DLC for horse armor, because I think the horse armor for the Oblivion was like the elven one, right? I remember people making fun of it. I see it in my head, but that's not the craziest thing I've ever seen. So anyways, this one, yeah, so if you don't know this one, this is a Godfather reference right here. This is actually a pretty funny, interesting sight. So Godfather 1, where he puts the horse's head in the bed, so, and horse meat too. So yeah, so it works out. The Griffin's Nest sort of thing. So yeah, so we did it at the end of the last live stream. We actually got in there. So I found out this Henry didn't have featherweight as a perk. So the reason why I was taking so much damage, because I didn't have that perk. So Henry was just breaking his entire body trying to go down a cliff. So I think without that perk, you know, you're probably not going to be able to get down the cliff. But it could just be that Henry's also an idiot too. So it's kind of hard to say. Or I'm an idiot. Both of them could be true. So, anyways, I think there's one right about here, but I bet you it's just a nice little water thing. So, works out. Mutt is really strong, but he's also pretty shy when he gets it. Yeah. I mean, basically, just because, like, if Mutt could be killed or something like that, or it was really expensive for him to get back up, I think he would probably be more usable. But the issue with him, you know, you could send him out there. He's basically a free getaway card, and he's basically a free, like, essentially hit machine. So it's kind of like he's so overpowered in some sense. If there was some kind of consequence of you losing Mutt longer or something like that, it would probably be more of an issue. But right now, to me, Mutt's just so powerful. Like, he's more powerful than anything I've seen in the game. So, yeah, there's an interesting site. Basically, it's just a campsite. You know what? Not the most craziest thing I've ever seen, so I'll be fine. So now there's not really interesting sight till we get down here. Inside this farm field, I want to say there's an accident right here. Honestly, let's see. Okay, I think we got a lot of these out here, so we'll kind of go down this way. Come on, horse. That works out. So I think they're gonna have Mutt in the second game for sure, or another dog replacement. So Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, it sounds like they're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
But again, if they don't like tamper down the dog kind of setup, he's gonna be so powerful, it's gonna be absurd. It's basically like he's so powerful. I just never use him, so I don't abuse him too much. Let's see. Oh, there's supposed to be some farm field out here. But yeah, we got this whole northern region out here. Just for everyone's reference. So there's really no more sites that we know about here. The north is pretty empty for the most part. Like, we got all that. You know, even though they have tree lines, we got most of it out there. So we're running back into you know, the areas we've gone into. So we're almost done with this. I mean, this is kind of like crazy. So here's an accident site. Probably you don't run into it too often. She doesn't have anything. Did she just get hit in the head with a stick, I guess? Someone just smacked her in the head, so I guess that's the crime scene right there. So unless she was putting this up and got hit with it, I'm not sure. So that's different for sure. So, all right. So that's a interesting site there. We can go down this way. I gotta zoom in a bit about here. I want to say it's right here at the end of these trees that we have, and we'll go out there. So, not too bad. Yeah, I didn't know that Helical managed to get into that last. Yeah, we did it at the very end of the stream. So, at the end of the 3-4 hour stream, I kind of finally got in there. We went back there and grabbed it. So, that is the good part for sure. So, get up there. Oh God. So there should be an interesting site right about here-ish. It might be one of those traveler statues, if I had to take a guess. Where are you? Oh, here we go. Ooh, this is interesting. I just joined the stream, so maybe you're already doing this, but at night you should hunt for fireflies and show the viewers the secret behind them. That would be interesting. Here it's just moonshine. So, I mean, it's a good spot to sit here and drink. And then we'll do that. Oh, there we go. We'll sit here, we'll do this, and we'll finish off. I think we're getting towards the end. So basically, we're almost getting all the freaking stuff out here in the game. So we'll do that. We'll get Henry drinking like that. So James, with the fireflies or whatever, you know, I'm not sure which secret you're talking about on there. So it's kind of weird to see. The fireflies are everywhere, so it's kind of hard to mess with them, I think. Cons, I only owned Pebble so long in my first playthrough that I was extremely good at the end. Yeah, the one thing I do wish there, you know, if you own the horses and you use them long enough that they kind of leveled up with you kind of thing, where it's not just Henry's skill at, actually using the horse, but the more you use the horse and do stuff with it, the horse kind of gains stats too. But yeah, there's fireflies in the game. Yeah, in the middle of the night, the fireflies are out there. You can kind of mess with them and stuff like that, but nothing too much. Yeah, the fireflies lead you to stuff. They sort of make a path to the spot. Yeah, it's I never travel at night, so I never really knew that too. But that's actually pretty. Yeah. That's something we should probably test out and see next time we get to nighttime like that. So, but I always just thought they're just kind of a weird thing. But that's actually a cool idea there. I didn't realize that too. Thanks for sharing that, James. So it'll probably be a good spot for that. Let's see. There should be a wooden garden right about here. So here we go. Yeah. So it's a small garden. You know, empty house, garden, stuff like that. Not the best. I'm, you know, whatever. If I had to say, like, this is not the woodland garden for you, the other ones are far better for money making, but it's pretty close. He has nothing I see that can, yeah. Oh, well, never mind. Hey, take a look at this. We're going exploring. This is actually kind of cool. There we go. Now this is what I'm talking about. So you got a silver cup, potion, and all that stuff. So yeah, that's why you always jump around, see if you can get inside. So yeah, it's a little basement house. Wow, that's actually kind of cool. It's pretty close to you know, set of everything. So very nice. Oh, now it triggers. I was already inside the heart of it, so the triggers for interesting sights should be expanded a little bit. That's my hot take of the day. They're so hard to, you know, find already. You don't need to, like, make it even more difficult. So, all right, let's go down the street here. So there's a house here in the middle of nowhere. Like, you think they would get raided or something like that, but they don't. They're just out here in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so there's this thing. It's another one of these little mounds. Nothing too crazy. I already triggered this one time because I was trying to find stuff on here, but you know what? We got to show it off here just in case. But then there's also an interesting sight just down here. So we'll do that. Yeah, so basically if you find any building, here we go. It's a wooden guy. Hey, wooden guy. So, not too bad. He's right about here. Another wooden bro. Yeah. That's a fact, not a hot take. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of weird to say, but I think just a little bit more leeway on finding interesting sites, but that's just me. It's kind of like they kind of stay secrets, but I guess if that's what you want to keep the game like that, that's fine, I guess, too. So it would just make it a little bit, especially going in the middle of the forest, it's kind of hard to find stuff. The fireflies are creepy. They just wander down a path where you haven't discovered a grave and you find them. That's true. I mean, some of the, especially if we go out in the middle of the night with stuff. So we got a grave here. If we go out in the middle of the night, like, the game has a really good ambience. So it makes the dark really dark. And oh geez, did you guys just buried him in rocks? Look at this. Okay, so they want to make sure he didn't get out of the grave. So all right, well, this guy's buried down there. There's nothing interesting about him, but does anyone know the significance behind this other than they're like, screw this guy? I don't know. So that's a crazy gravesite there. Yeah, so we're trying to hit all these little spots up, but we're getting towards the end of all this. Let's see. We'll do that. Can you catch fireflies? Not in this game. I don't think you can catch the fireflies. So, they're unfortunately not. I don't think there's no jars or anything else out here. So, there's no little parkour. Whee! Oh, there we go. But yeah, there's no craziness off there for fireflies. But then I didn't know they led you to different things. So this one I think everybody runs into eventually. It's just I want to say it's moonshine again. Yep, it's moonshine. That's what I thought. Henry has a drinking problem. That's what it is. Maybe a suspected revenant. Yeah. Oh god. That's the one thing with this game. Like the nighttime, they could really do a really good horror, you know, situation out here. Like have some kind of like, you know, Steve character out in the middle of nowhere or something like that, which is just haunting Henry, but you can never catch it, but you can see it in the distance. That would actually be kind of creepy for the most part. I don't know if there's any like folklore behind something that hides in the forest, but you know, if you can never catch it or you can never like really get a good look at it, that would be like the jam right there. So, but that's just me, because they do such a good ambience off of here. It's, you know, if you've seen some of the distance kind of creepy lurking around, but you can never catch it, then it's like, ooh, baby. So anyways, but yeah, they could probably do a pretty good horror game too if they wanted to, like, you know, actually not make Kingdom Come Deliverance for a little while. They have to make the third one. They could probably really do a really good, you know, scariness out here. There's another herb garden out here. It's terrible. It's awful. Whoever did this needs to, you know, at least they don't have a dead dog here, but it's awful. So another herb garden, not the best. Let's see. So we're gonna go south here. We're missing a few of these, but that's be fine. The Bohemian Wangadoo. Wangadoo. Maybe. Imagine you're just exploring a cave and suddenly someone yells Henry and no one's there. Dude, that would scare the crackers out of me. Like, honestly, just if he had this weird, like, they could totally do it. I wish they would do it for Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like, they could scare the poop out of people, to be honest. You know, and to give no explanation of it. That's the best part. If you, there's no way to explain it, it just happens, and everyone's like, holy crap, it just happens randomly. It would be, like, the best part. So, honestly, I wish they would, you know, investigate that a little bit. There's basically it's just a hut here. Nothing too crazy. We're sort of running out of sites now. I think we're getting to the point that we kind of hit everything up. Let's see. We've done a lot, actually. So I got all the sites. So now we got to go through the Talmberg Forest here. We got to go. I think I haven't shown these off, so I'll go to the next one. But there should be 1, 2, 3, and we'll go through there. So, that's the problem. There was a Strigna evil spirit lore back in ancient times. Didn't really turn into vampires in the 16th century. Okay, that could be something. Or you could wander around the forest and find the exit. So many possibilities. All right. Yeah. Yeah. There's so many weird things that they could do in the game. So if they did put it into the next game, I'll be very happy, kind of thing. I'd be like, oh crap, that's craziness. So, yeah, a lot of these things are just little, you know, hunting spots. Nothing interesting on them. You know, another one right here. Not crazy. We'll go to the next one, but I think it's the same thing. So, oops. Want to go map here, and then we'll find some interesting spots. We'll go down this way. Parkour problems, yeah. Parkour mode in this game, especially in the middle of night, is just, I wouldn't say suicide, but it's just probably a bad idea overall. So you'll, unless you're on the roads, it's probably like the worst idea. Yeah, so it's just another one of these sites here. If the landmarking site, that's pretty interesting, I guess, but they're claiming stuff in the middle of in the forest, but nothing that I'm too crazy about. So let's see. They say you get hallucinations when you don't sleep in the second game. Really? Yeah. Okay, I did not know that. If they do that, that would be pretty interesting for the most part. So, hey, look, it's another poacher site.
Get out of here!
Get out! Hey, look, you got a wonderful blue dress here. So,
Be gone from.
sorry, I want your clothes. Has anyone ever seen this blue tunic before? That's a really weird blue tunic. Let's see. That's actually, hey, Henry, get this off. There you go. Put on this blue. I don't think I've seen this level blue before. Henry, don't disappear. I mean, it's kind of destroyed, but it's a really different blue altogether. So I know they have blue out there, but this might be one of the rare blues in the game. So, all right, well, cool. We'll just keep that on. Oh, and put on your stuff. So, will we be able to lockpick on a horse? Oh dear God. I don't think so, but it could be interesting to try out. So there's a flower garden down here, I want to say. So we'll go to this herb garden. Put away your sword, Henry. No need to be armed for everybody. Down we go. It's kind of weird to see herb gardens in the middle of the forest like this, but it's not uncommon. They're usually not the best. That's all I gotta say. Where did I go so wrong? I gotta zoom in a little bit here. I'm not sure. It's like, did I go to north? I think it's on this. That's why. Let's see. What are you talking about? It's in right now. It's supposed to wake up at 10 p.m. Oh God. There we go. It's okay. This is actually a pretty good garden right here, actually. So there's mint. How much mint will Henry get by doing this? So we got that, and we got comfrey. So these gardens are actually pretty good because if you have pretty high herbalism, you can kind of basically do that. 95 there, so 95 comfrey. A crap ton of mint. I don't know if you need a lot of mint. That's like 300 mint there. I don't know if that's real or not. So, that's a lot. So it's a pretty good garden there. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, get some sleep, brother. Don't worry, the live stream will be on YouTube later on, so you'll be fine. You'll be able to catch up onto it later on if you need. Don't hurt yourself over sleeping. Sleep's important. So it should be right about there. Let's see. I like that. Nah, I don't need sleep. Oh God. Yeah. So here we go. So here's an interesting site. I wonder if they let us go down that. Yeah, it's always fun hanging out with a lot of people that play Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like I said, there's not too many people out there that still do this, so it's always fun to find fans for sure. It's just a well, but you can't do anything about it, so it's like, I like how they build a road for it, like there's a path for it, but there's no connecting path. Like, why would you do this? Who did this? What a bunch of jerks in the middle of the forest. I don't know what the story is behind that, but either way, there's an accident up here, and then we go north, we'll kind of do that. So there we go. So run up there, we'll show off that accident. Henry's found a lot of this, because I think this Henry, when I first did my first playthrough, he was a hunter a lot of times, so he just hunted everything. So it doesn't surprise me. He was hunting deer and found it probably. So, oh yeah, this one's fun. Oh God, what a brutal way to take someone out. Like, they just straight to the face too. Good God. Dear God. Are you referencing a map, or did you actually memorize these locations? Oh yeah, if you don't see it, this is the map I'm actually following right there. So this is the map right here that's you know, you can interactive. It tells you all the locations that you need, like all the interesting places you could find in the game. So if you don't have it yet, it's probably one of the best, you know, things in the game itself. So well worth checking out there. So check out that link. It's really helpful for the most part. So it's, especially if you already beat the game, it's like, why not? Because then, like, I don't know how you'll be able to find this. But anyways, this guy, they just took rocks to the face or whatever else. So that's brutal. So probably one of the most famous locations that people find a lot of times, they post on Reddit. So yeah, that's a brutal accident.
Yeah.
That's a real accident. So
Yeah.
brutal one for sure. Yeah. So let's go to the next site. That was the best accident ever. Yeah. Got buried in a hole and you know, got punched in the face with rocks. Yeah, that's a big accident there. This one, let's see. Let's see. It doesn't activate until, there we go. Like, it only activates when you get to certain spots. Anything around here? Like you said, you always got to do the 360 snooping thing. Like, put your face to the ground and see if there's anything you could pick up open, but I don't sniff anything out. So it looks like it's just a, you know, old house with a bunch of deer and everything else. So, all right, it's what it is. Nothing I'm gonna write home to. So there should be another site out this way. So let's see how this goes. But yeah, some of the accidents are really good, but some of them are just like, oh, it's a wagon that got left out there. Yeah. Oh man, please try out the Firefly event. You'll love it, especially if it's something you haven't seen before. Okay, we'll try it out. We'll see how that looks out and see. There's an interesting site right here. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
We'll see how the Firefly event works out. I wonder if it actually leads us to something we haven't seen. But right now, I think, looking at my map, I think we got just about everything. There's those river ones. Like right now, I gotta clear up some of these river ones up here. So we gotta go up this way. I think we haven't got this section of forest yet. So now we go. Right now, like we're kind of like draining out the last one. So when it gets to nighttime, we'll figure out some other ones we'll do there. So for James and all that, and see if it works out. Whee! So down we go. Oh, down by the river. I bet you it's gonna be more moonshine, but all right, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Moonshine, where are you? Oh, it's one of the paddle wheels and moonshine. Okay, so if you're looking for another paddle wheel, not bad, and you get more moonshine. So a thirsty Henry, so not too bad. So, I'm okay with this one. That's fine. Next one should be right about here. So we'll go up the hill like that. And again, we won't take our horses for hills. Well, actually, that's not fine. Stay in the water. Sometimes horses are dumb when they can't escape a river, so it's fine. Get over here, horse. What do you guys think about Metal Gear Solid? What's your favorite? I haven't played Metal Gear Solid in a long time, so I'm really out of shape on that one. So other people are gonna have to let us know on that one. But I just haven't had the time to kind of get involved with it too much. Interesting site. It's another campsite. Yeah, not the greatest. I'll live. Let's see. So we go deep into this forest right here. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna go into there. We're gonna see what that works out.
Yeah.
And then we'll wait for nighttime for our next one off there. So it'll work out. We'll see how the fireflies work out on that. But it could be a thing. I mean, it could be a really cool thing. But, oh god, bushes. Oh god. See, you run into one bad bush and that's it. There we go. So now this is an interesting site. There we go. I think it's best to travel along paths where you haven't found a grave. I'm not sure. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if we can find a path somewhere. We've been I think we kind of knocked a lot of them out already. So, let's see. Anything interesting inside? I don't see. I see a bag. Okay. Poppies, kidneys. You know what? As houses go, the least get out. Not that cool. It's well, okay, I lie. It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. Let's see. Can we actually get up here? I don't think we can get up there, but yeah. It's just an oven. Nothing inside. Uh-oh. Well, never mind. Nothing inside. All right. Yeah, there's bones inside here. That's actually kind of disturbing. Well, anyways, yeah, all right. Somebody was using this to burn bodies. Okay, well, that's not creepy as interesting sites go. Oh my god, okay. Well, horse, don't look in there. That's fine. They weren't baking bread. That's all I gotta say. That is disturbing. So we'll go down this way. We'll go to, yeah, medieval freezing forbidden pizza oven. Yeah. Yeah, somebody... That's not a good place. So, I never noticed that. I visited that site before, but I didn't even notice that was a thing. I was like, oh, wait a minute, there's bones inside. This is not, oh god. Okay. That's a real interesting site there. So, well, that's why we do these things. We find all these weird spots here. There we go. So here's a belladonna garden for the most part. You know, it's not the greatest. You know, you're not going to load up on stuff, but if you run across it, you can get some good herbs, I guess. It's nothing I'm going to write home to. So, we'll see how that works out. So looks like, yeah, so it looks like we got a few spots we can hit up here. Oh god, I'm losing my mind. So there's one over here we can go, but I know there's one up here. Hold on, sorry, I'm like looking at this map first. So there's one right here. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna wait till nighttime here. We're gonna see if the fireflies are gonna do. We'll do that. So we'll wait till we'll get Henry a little drunk. Go ahead and take a drink, Henry, and we'll see. All this moonshine we're finding is actually being put to use. So let's go to nighttime, and let's see how this works out there. Helical, you forgot the bird singing done by Rate Huntsman, and that's a good one for the poll today. Yeah, God, that's actually, I'll put that on the list or whatever. Yeah, it's like Red Dead Redemption 2 with all these locations. Yeah, Red Dead 2 has a lot of crazy locations out there. There's so many hidden stuff and such a big world, and they don't tell you about this until you like look at it. So it's like good gravy. There's so much weird stuff out there. There we go. So nighttime in Bohemia. So we're gonna look for fireflies. Hold on, let me get Henry. Let's wait a couple more hours here. Let's do that. Let's get the dead of night there. Let's see if we can find some fireflies. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2, probably one of the best like location games out there too for just random stuff. Such a weird out there. The only thing I hate is, I wish the camping system was more like you can camp anywhere, do more stuff and stuff like that. But yeah. All right. So here's the bad part. Do fireflies still show up when it's raining? I don't know. So we're here by the road. Fireflies, where are you? Henry's a little drunk. So, I don't see him at all. Oh. Nope, that's just moonlight. So, I don't know how this works out. So, it might be just because it's bad luck with the rain and all that. So that's why it's happening like that. Because we got an interesting sight here. But I don't see the fireflies, so let's go take a couple more hours off. Let's see how that works out. But yeah, there's so much. I don't know. You think they would ever make a Red Dead Redemption 3? That's what I'm kind of curious about. I think that the series is kind of over for the most part. So, but yeah, out here, there's nothing too interesting except you got a more potion. So basically, someone was having a lovey-dovey time. So love potions, wine, and all that. So somebody was getting freaky out here. It's a pretty good spot. So clothes, yeah, somebody got freaky deaky out here. So not bad. So as spots go, that's a pretty good one for sure. So let's go down here. We'll go down in the dark. We'll see if we can find that. I'll drop a save because I don't know, we've done a lot of stuff. Were those children in the oven? Maybe, that could be a thing because it's like a fairy tale thing of like, what do you call it? Hansel and Gretel kind of deal. So that could be a thing. So yeah, if you're playing hardcore mode and you're going through the forest like this is what you see. And this is like horror game, best horror game you could basically do. Because this is the light you have without potions. Like, good God, like, that's kind of creepy here. I know there's nothing in this forest, but look at this. Oh God, what does this mean? Oh no, it's a hunter thing. So, I mean, it's still creepy as hell. So, this is crazy. So, if you think about it, Henry has two dads making this game woke. I guess. I mean, yeah, Henry has blacksmith guy. Oh yeah, look at this. So this is the thing about the dark too. It makes all these like. You can visit things out in the middle of nowhere. There's a bunch of humans down there. You can avoid them if you want. So they're not the interesting sight. But you can walk into things here in the middle of the night too if you want to. But if walking to them, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, try walking on a path. Let's see. Okay. So I'll reach a path pretty soon. So we'll see. They might be only tied to paths. So once I get to the road, I'll keep going down there. Good God, I can't see anything. This is why you don't do nighttime, Henry. But look how creepy this is. Good God, this would be... Like I say, if you bring some fog, bring some voices, like, I will have to change my pants if that would happen. Alright, so here we go. So we're on a path. Let's see. It might be the rain that's screwing stuff up, where you can't, like... the fireflies might not come out because it's raining. That might be more of the thing, so... But I know what you're talking about with the fireflies. It's kind of like... you gotta pay attention to them when you do see them, so... Yeah, so there should be one up here somewhere. Moonlight. You got to see some moonlight. Yeah, we're just gonna go up this way. Yeah, and they might also like they might only spawn in when you do like certain movements and stuff like that, kind of like cows or any other animals. So it's really hit or miss a lot of times. So it could just be the game freaking out too. So that's probably the most likely case. Whenever something doesn't happen and when it's supposed to happen, I blame the game for freaking out in that case. I got some really cool lights out this way. What's that? Oh, it's Townburg. Okay, that's why. But you can see, like, you know, you can kind of see the lights out there of Townburg and stuff, so it works out. So, yeah. It might be the rain. That's my guess, but I'm going to wait till daytime, take another drink, and then we'll see how that works out. But, yeah, the nighttime in this game is really great. I don't think there's many other games that kind of really give proper night times like this, so it's really nice to know. So let's see. I want to check out. I think we got everything we want. There's Townburg. There's a special thing in Townburg. So there's a treasure chest down there. So we'll check that out. Come on, game. You can go faster than this. Oh god, it's raining even harder. Usually I like to wait and the rain stops, but it should be fine. Let's go down here and let's see this. So always wondered, so Radzik's biological dad, his mom's biological mom? Yeah, I think that's his mom. Yeah. So, you know, I think that's not, I don't think that's the issue there. It's just Radzik's just the dad, and, you know, the mom just lived there with, you know, Martin instead, I guess. So, I mean, it works out. It's a pretty sweet gig. So, there we go. We'll go down this way. Oh, I don't see the horses here. So sometimes when you do the race, the horses stay existing, so it should be fine. All right, just go across the river. That's pretty interesting. Up we go. So, yeah, see, why are you taking a bath when it's raining like this, you crazy bastard? All right, anyways, up we go. There's a hidden site back here. I think a lot of people run into this one, so.
Hey, get out of it! This is no place for the likes of you.
No place for the likes of me. You can't tell Henry where to go.
Are you blind, for Christ's sake? Be off, I say.
You got into my horse.
Rise.
Don't touch my horse. I like how he's right next to Townburg. Like, nobody notices him, like, hunting. The huntsman's right here. Like, the balls on this guy. Anyways, down we go. This one's probably one of the best ones, too. At least it's close by to Townburg, and it has, like, for goods for what you need. It's basically, you could sell a lot of this stuff, get some easy cash, so lucky flying dice, too. Honestly, one of the best things you probably get in the game there. Or at least early on, so not bad. But I think we're coming across the end of this because there's a water. I think there's one right here that we don't usually get. So I'm running out of interesting locations now. We're starting to clean them up. I'm so annoyed those guys in full armor and scouts called bandits and not mercenaries.
Yeah.
You know, that's an interesting point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, would it just be mercenaries that are just left by Sigismund and they're just like, you know what, we're going to do a little raiding? That might be interesting. But maybe the bandit's just like a better term for, like, you know what, these guys aren't really fighting for money anymore. They're just kind of like looting, so they're just bandits now. So, ooh, that's dangerous. Don't go that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fully armored guys, bandits,
Yeah.
mercenaries, yeah. Who knows? All right, across the water. Up we go. Townburg loves me, which is kind of weird to say. Yeah, Tanner's out here. I never do missions for them. They have a repeat mission, I think. So, not my jam. Yeah, but are they looting? I think they are. I don't know. They loot sometimes. Who knows? I kind of just see them as free gear sort of deal. So there's probably moonshine right here, I bet. So what is this? This should be a moonshine. Yep, there we go. Usually you can find the moonshine just right about here. See these little red flags. they put them out. So you get a free save your snops if you need. So it's not too bad, the location there. So I'll live with that. So all right. Do we see any other thing in the forest? Okay, we haven't yet. So we haven't got to this forest portion yet. So I think this might be the last stronghold around the Merhodet area where we gotta rally up a little bit. So, ooh baby. Okay, so where do we need to go? We need to go down here. There's an accident down here at the cliff face. So we'll go down here.
Yeah.
We'll see how the accident works out. Here, my buddies. Go up here. Go up here. Go up here. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Dangerous. Have you ever noticed that Ratte Alex looks different than Scouts Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look different for sure. I don't know how that worked out, but, yeah, it's the same thing with Yonka. Like, she changed quite a bit, too, but, it just might be everything that kind of gets carried out. So, there's an accident here. Somehow a wagon got here. And it also has a chest. Oh, okay, I was about to say I can't open up. Crackling. Oh, thank you. And it has an unknown potion in there. You know what we're supposed to do with unknown potions? We're supposed to drink them. Come here, unknown potion. What are you going to do to Henry? Nothing. What a joke. Okay. I guess unknown potions do nothing. It's sad. I wish there was something they do to you. Anyways, off there. So this area is a little bit tricky because we got a bunch of hills, so I'm not sure if it's easier just going this way first. So we'll go through Sir Radzik camp, and we'll go through there first and get that. No offense, but are you dyslexic? Possibly. I might be dyslexic. I usually say stuff weird, and I can't pronounce a lot of stuff for the most part, but it happens. So I'm not sure how that works out, but I think it's just I learned English from a person that doesn't speak English, so I don't know if that makes a difference. So it's weird. What, you're gonna come up to me? Yeah, don't run up to me like that. God, gameskeeper. Look at that, you have all this stuff on you. You call me a jerk? But anyways, yeah, so it's a good little hunting spot. Nothing too crazy. I don't know what you're down here. I'm sorry. So, yeah, nice little spot here. You know, you had a pretty good sweet dig out here, so, yeah, I like it. So, you can go back in your duties. I wonder if we find more poachers right across the way here. Like, you're not even doing your job. So, off we go. I like how the gameskeeper at least gives Henry like a warning, but then he kind of just gets his face beat in. This is an interesting sight, is it? I don't see what's so interesting about it. It's well, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I'm looking up, I'm looking down. Nothing in the pile, so okay. It's just a wooden pile there. Someone's gonna have to let me know about that. Let's see. This is actually a pretty good hunting area if you want for you know, boars and all that. So I want to say it's right about here-ish. Let's see. We'll go up this way. How that works out. But yeah, there's so much good stuff up here. This is like a little sweet spot that we have. Yeah. God. Delivered a 5-piece combo with no Sprite. Yeah. Sometimes if you just hit, like, punching or wrestling's really good, you know, if they don't expect it and you get them, like, if you just really quick combo them and get them down, they just fold like a freaking, you know, a chair. So it's well worth taking them out. So, here we go. Oh, no, there we go. It's like a campsite. Again, it's not triggering. It's a sleep spot if you want. I guess if you're hunting out in the middle of nowhere, you need a sleep spot. It's pretty cool. I'm not riding home to it, so that's all good. Unknown potions apparently can have no effect or are random, including poisoning. Hey Rexy or Ready Rex. Yeah, this is actually me streaming. We usually do it on Sundays like this, so not too bad. So there's a cave here. This cave is actually kind of interesting because of you know, it looks like they have like a lot of blood. I don't know if it's a sacrificial pagan place, but this is how it works out. But yeah. Oh god, it's AI helical. It would probably be the worst model for AI for using me on there, just because of how random and how I can't pronounce anything. So it'll probably be insane. It'll probably drive everybody insane. There we go. So it works out. But yeah, we'll go up this way up there. So the caves, it's all right. Nothing too interesting for the most part. You kind of make it work up there. So, ooh, let's see. We're gonna go down this way. Is Henry gonna die going off a cliff again? Take your bets. Ooh, here we go. Ow. Yeah, it's a cliffside one. If you need more cave mushrooms, do cave mushrooms actually have a use in this game? To be honest, I think there's only one alchemy potion that you need for them, I believe. So otherwise, I just never deal with cave mushrooms. Let's see. Food. They don't even come down as food. You can't even eat them. What a bunch of jerks. And it actually doesn't show up in others, so... Oh, here we go. Yep, certainly. Anyways, just for alchemy, but it's whatever. I'm not too mad. So, whatever. This site's not too bad. Looks pretty cool. Another sleep spot, but not the most interesting. A lot of these places are just hunting spots, which are cool, but not the greatest. Cave with suspicious blood splattering, herbs strung about. Either caveman chef or pagan ritual stuff. Yeah, either Chef Henry's been exporting his goods somewhere else. Who knows? Good God. Ooh, okay. I don't know what I've seen a lot of these things. Are they just like old? Wait, I can open this? Oh, another common shield. Broken common shield. What the heck? Wait a minute. I'm opening that. All right. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be like someone's getting hanged at, or were they gonna build something here? But I've seen a lot of these out in the forest. This has to be like a different thing. So, all right. That's not the most interesting thing since I don't know what it is. But anyways, I'm trying to play Kingdom Come Deliverance as a nobleman. Yeah, could work out. I mean, because you could dress up fancy, stick to the roads, and you don't have to kill anyone. So, you know, you technically could just be a noble person, Henry, the entire time if you want. So, it's not too bad. Hey, look at that. This looks like a fancy accident right here. This is like the one accident I can actually see from a mile away. Yeah, buddy, look at that. You got yourself into some trouble, and it looks like, what, they dug a hole for you too? Oh, okay, fine. No, dead man. Don't put me in there. So, yep, looks like you got strung up. What an accident. That's pretty brutal. Well, I don't know what the hole's for, other than they were gonna just drop them in there, but looks like they didn't finish that off. So, that is quite the accident. There's an accident up here too. So let's go back up there. So, have you ever played Half Sword? I actually have. Yeah. I'm just not sure how it works. So, I'm still learning on that game. I kind of played it for like maybe an hour or two, but I was like, couldn't kill anything for a while. So, other than maybe a mercy hitting every so often, but it's quite the game. Okay, buddies. What's going on there is that you...
Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly to the...
Yeah. How much stabbing can you take?
Come here.
Hey. What did I tell you about this? Oh, hey. I know.
I'll slaughter you.
Oh my God, get out of here. Get out of here. Just stab. If you're ever in doubt, just stab. There you go. That's what I thought. Isn't a mercenary occupied fort in the forest the one where Henry captured? So the one you're talking about is up here. It's in the Pritzlovitz up here. So we already captured that. So Henry's already sat his fat butt down there, so it's not too bad. You got some potions here. You know, not bad. Get a camp. I think there's an herb garden here too. It's the holy mackerel herb garden. All right, take bets. Holy mackerel, look at this. All right. Henry's gonna pick some stuff up. So let me make sure I don't have any comfrey in my, let's see, I don't have any. So let's see, I dropped all those. So let's see how much we gather off of this. This might be the place to go. I already dropped all my belladonna before. How fat is Henry gonna get from this? Good God, this is, oh, the mint's gonna be crazy here. How much mint we're gonna get? Woo, baby. Okay, we missed a little bit. So here, pick this up too. This is crazy. So if you're looking to get rich, or at least by herb base, 62 belladonna, pretty good. 188 comfrey, not bad. Mint, 805 mint. 805 mint. Dear God, was that crazy. Yeah, if you need mint, if you can sell it and stuff like that, that's the place to do it. This is probably one of the best herb gardens you can find out here. It's really just northeast of Townburg, so it's really close. Go for it I don't usually say herb gardens too often, but that's the herb garden you should go for. That place is crazy. Anyways, oh boy, that's the site to go to. There's another herb garden down here. I'll go south afterwards, so we'll go up this way real quick. But damn, that's quite the load there. So, whew. So we're gonna go through the forest. I'm not taking my horse right now because hills. That's all you gotta say. Hills are just the death of you if you go too fast on them. So, yeah, the bandits weren't dangerous. The hills are dangerous. So, off we go. Oh, no. Let's see. It's supposed to be. Oh, yeah. Don't tell me anything. I had enough. I like how you're invincible a little bit for a bit. Freaking jerk. Anyways, so he didn't. He got a deer. Okay, so he's got the deer meat and all that. So it's just another poacher site. Not bad. More annoying than anything. So we'll deal with it. There should be an accident up here. I mean, Henry's making a bunch of accidents up here. Yeah, he's saying 800 mint's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. How much does mint sell? Is it like 5 each? So, I mean, that's like 400 groschen. If you're not like playing to steal the game or steal or anything else like that, that's a huge load. Probably worth more than that. I don't know. I already dropped all the mints, so I can't see how much it's probably worth, but that's a crap. Like, it's so much. Hey, buddy. You look like you got a little stomachache there. There's an accident here. Looks like you got, stabbed or something, so I don't know what the story is behind here. He doesn't have any loot on him, but he just had a little accident here. So, another cuddle up special. So, all right. Not the greatest one. Let's go down here. There's supposed to be a grave right here, I believe. We'll go down there like that. So, as long as Henry doesn't kill himself, he doesn't have to bury himself in the grave. Yeah, miss, first Skyrim gameplay. Honestly, like, so in the game, Kingdom Come Deliverance, when the enemy is pulling out their weapon, they get like a moment of like invulnerability. So sometimes, they're just invulnerable until they pull out their weapon. If you kill them before they pull out their weapon, then they, hey, look, who was asking about a free spade? There's a free spade out here. If you go out here of Ravna and stuff like that, west of Ravna. So, there you go. That works out. What type of mic I use? The type of mic I use is a Hypercast mic. It's a like the $120 version. It's the red one you've probably seen. It's pretty good. It's compared to a headphone microphone, it's really good. But anyways, this site's really famous because I remember doing the drinking video I did where I got drunk, like blacked out drunk for 100 times. Henry ends up here a lot. I don't know why, but my Henry probably ended up here like 4 or 5 times. So, I don't know why he's addicted to this site, but it's definitely one of those sites you end up when you drink, black out, and you go to different places. So, teleport, so it's not too bad. Maybe he cracked his head on this. Oh, okay, yeah. You're talking about that accident up there. Yeah, that's true. Maybe he just fell and just hit his head, but really his ankle should be bleeding, not his head, I guess. Because every time I die out here, it's because Henry breaks both his ankles and bleeds to death. I did not know there's a grave right here. I passed this road so many times, but there's a grave right here. Yeah, the fireflies one. Hey, look at this. Wow, someone. So this might be, at least how storytelling goes, this could be like loot from Scallots, essentially, because it's right here off the road. So all these bags, there's no bodies, like somebody just buried like freaking treasure stuff here. So that's actually a pretty good storytelling right there. So I like that. Let's go up here. Yeah, take a little look here, move this map. So there's a grave, yeah. So that site right there, this should be an accident right there. So we'll go up this way. Horse, come with me. There's a road here. But yeah, this would have been a perfect firefly test out here, actually. Because there's the roads and stuff like that. As long as it wasn't raining, it should be pretty good. Yeah, so we'll go up this way. This horse is so slow. Oh, because I took the wrong perk. But anyways, up we go. How we go off there. So, yeah, so there's nobody trying to attack Henry today. That's a good time. Yeah, this is one of the most dangerous sites if you're trying to do hardcore mode. You go down it in the middle of the night. Just because you're like, oh, I'm gonna follow the road, but you miss the road and you fall down a hill for like forever. So don't go through here in hardcore mode. That's all I gotta say. Here we go. There should be a grave right here, as long as Henry doesn't die. Oh no, it's an accident. That's what it is. Oh no, Henry. There you go. So it's an accident. It's just a wagon. Oh, there's a chest. All right, I'll get off my horse here. Let's see. Come here. Come here, chest. Oh, easy. Oh God, Henry. Henry doesn't know where to put the lock at. He's just lock picking the corner of the chest. That's usually how it works out, Henry. Not bad. You know, necklace 1,000. Amar bard potion. Okay, I can live with that. That's not the best. All right, Cons, it's good to see you again. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you next week. We'll have some more good times with that. Thanks. I know it's kind of long. We're almost getting towards the end. So, either way, I might start having to do these live streams even earlier, just so people across the pond can actually, you don't have to stay up till midnight for all these live streams. So I appreciate you all joining me this late. So it's a late time thing. So I'll try to do earlier as time goes on, especially when KCD2 comes out. I'll probably be doing a lot earlier. So especially since if I don't have to go to work the next day. There should be an herb garden right here. So herb garden, not bad. Valerian, a lot of Valerian. Okay. Well, this might seem like another test. So let's do this. Let's go do a little picking. But we'll clear that out. There's a lot of Valerian here. Valerian's actually kind of hard to get a hold of a lot of times compared to other things. And mint. So let's see. How much did you pick up, Henry? So 100 comfrey. Yeah, okay. Herbs are cheap as chips. Yeah, so they're about worth 1 at the most. Yeah, 250 mint and about 135. So, you know, pretty good. Pretty good. If you come out here, you get this herb garden with that herb garden, you're going to come out pretty well ahead of a lot of things. So, it might be worth it just for that. Yeah, so now we go out there. There's an accident right about here. So, let's see how this works out. Come here, horse. We got accidents to explore. Ooh, baby. There we go. How that goes up there. So, we're almost done. I think we got all the spaces. I might have to do like you know, maybe explore a little bit more for some of the other sites that don't show up in the map, but you know what? I think we've got just about everything we want out here. Let's see. There should be an accident. Here. So this is an accident. Where's my accident at? Oh, it's right here. All right, okay, Henry. I just see broken down wagons, and I go like, that's not an accident. That's just I don't know, a broken wagon. I'm snooping around. I don't see anything. So, as accidents go, this is just broken wagon. It's like labeling every broken car down by the side of the road an accident. So, that's usually not how it works out. All right, so here we go. This is where it's gonna get a little bit tough. So we're here. There should be. I want to say it's like, yeah, it's like right about here-ish. So 1, 2, 3. I'm kind of here. Let me take a look a little closer on here. This one's actually kind of tough because it's there should be an accident actually right about here. So the reason I'm taking such a good look is because Henry's going to go downhill. Henry could die. These hills are no joke. So off the horse. Let's see. Have I played mouthwashing? No, I have not even heard the game before. So, oh god. Okay. Henry, don't die. Don't die, Henry. Oh god. Oh god. What is this? Okay. Well. Oh. Oh. Oh god, I knew that was gonna happen. I should have saved the game back there, but whatever. Oh god. Oh, we're out here. Okay. Yeah, it's a cool horror game. Okay. We lost all that progress out there. That's fine. But here, we'll just go back to the Merho did. We'll go from there. Yeah, that was a heck of a thing. Avoid. Hey, how's it going? Beep boop. It's good for you to join. We're kind of getting towards the end. Who? Why are you after me, Wayfair? Like, get out of here. Apparently, I'm wanted by a Wayfair. Get out of here. You're ruining my time. Good God. Okay, so let's go back here. Why would a Wayfair stop me? Anyways. Alright, so we're going to go back down this way and we're going to save. Because apparently, Henry can't survive a steep hill decline. So it's like right here, there's an accident. And I wonder what that accident is. Yeah. That accident could be a lot of things. So let's go take a look. As long as we don't die again. Come on, Henry. Get riding. We'll drop a save over there. It kind of sucks I lost all the other markers, but oh well. Hey, we already visited, so it's not a big deal. So off we go, Henry. All right, so now we're kind of close. I'm gonna wait a little bit more, so it's not too much, and we'll drop a save from there. Yeah, he was broken in half. Yeah, Henry. Ooh, that's not a bad one. I mean, if he just slid on his butt, he could get down there, right? I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever did, you know, hill climbing when you go back down. It's like, all right, just slide on your butt all the way down, Henry. You won't die that way. Don't try to run down it. So, anyways, go ahead and drink some fine wine. Go ahead and take your savior snaps. Can't believe I only have one. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully, Wayfarers simply don't respawn. Remember you killing them in the next game. It's annoying being stopped fast traveling by them. Yeah, that's the problem with the Killer Henry series right now. He's constantly being stopped by Wayfarers anytime he fast travels. Plus, the game is super slow. So, it's... Oh. Wait, the accident's here? Am I the accident? So, alright, good God, where? Don't. Oh, Henry, don't. Henry? Oh, it's right there. Hey, buddy. How's it going? I know how you feel. I just did the same thing. I wonder what happened. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. So we got that accident right there. Now, here's the crazy part. There's a special location right here. And I don't know how to get to it. Oop, 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 oh. Oh, well, I guess that's one way you survive a hill. You get rolled down the hill. Oh, jeez, Henry. Okay, well, I don't know if we'll get that special location. Go ahead and heal yourself up. You broke both your ankles, but you survived. So apparently if Henry rolls down a hill, he's totally fine. Yeah, jump. You can make it. Ah, here we go. It's at the bottom of the hill. It's one of these things. It's broken, like Henry, so I don't know if it tumbled down a hill too, but good God. As one of the worst sights I could say, it's probably this one. Trying to do that. Ragdolling doesn't take damage. Good to know. Yeah, you know, there was a interest bringing that up, James. I know people were talking about I was throwing NPCs off a cliff before, and people were wondering if they actually take damage. And I was thinking, since they were already ragdolled, maybe that's, you know, part of the thing where you don't take damage ragdolling, so they're just like, all right, you know, we don't ragdoll, you don't take damage, we're all good. So that could be a thing where it's like, I don't know how to make Henry ragdoll, because then you could probably jump off cliffs if you were able to, you know, control that. Be like, all right, here's how you ragdoll, and you take a tumble, and then you can live through everything. And actually, that's actually a pretty good strat if, you know, if there was a need to jump down a cliff you can't get down. So I would be interested in that. That might be something to investigate for sure. But yeah, apparently you can tumble down a cliff and survive. Good job, Henry. So yep, there's a grave we didn't pick up last time, so we're gonna do this. We'll see how what this holds up. Henry rolled down the hill, so you might as well do this. Yeah, really, I should rename this live stream of Henry breaking his ankles. Blue scarf, yellow dress. Okay, that is a weird combo, but all right. So if you need a blue scarf of that color, that works out. And I don't remember if there's a paralyzed potion. No, there's not a paralyzed potion in this game. There's a doll maker and stuff, but there's not like really a paralyzed potion. So, So I think, looking at this, I think we got just about everything here. You know, aside from, like, we did this, but apparently I died, so those don't get marked out. So I'm looking at my map. I think we got everything out here. Okay, the only thing we haven't got is here in Ravna. So we'll go to Ravna, and then we'll see about that. But I think we got everything else. Yeah, Henry's been, I think we got that. Have you forgotten about Gutenberg? Not yet. We'll go there sooner or later. We'll send Henry out there. So, yeah, how to test fall damage. Yeah, I'm not sure. I never tested the fall damage, but I'm guessing you might need a mod for it to actually do it properly, to actually see how much you take and all that stuff. So, I just never got too investigated in fall damage, just because there's nowhere in this game that's like hidden by cliffs or something like that you can't get to because the fall damage is hiding it. So if that was more of there's a challenge like that, I'd probably investigate it more. But, you know, fall damage right now is very just like, you take a fall damage and that's it. So this is actually a pretty hard one to see, because unless you know what you're looking for, you would never actually know. So yeah, there's one of these little guys here. Yeah, not too bad. It's just a little wooden statue. There's a grave down here we haven't got to yet. Like that. So let's go to that one down there. Yeah, we're basically almost done. I think once we cleared Ravna out, I think we got every single location on the map. So it's kind of crazy. There might be one or two that aren't marked on the map, and I'll probably add them in maybe next week if we do this again. You know, something a little different. But yeah, we're pretty much there. Hey, how's it going? It's good for you to join. So look at this. You got two people in the grave, and poison. So poison dog lard. So, you know, interesting grave. Nothing I would write home towards, but you know, it's there if you need it. So I wouldn't go out in the middle of the woods to dig this up again. That's all I gotta say. This is like the one time to go dig stuff up and never dig it up again. Is it right about here, I want to say? Yeah. So let's go out to the next one, and we'll do that. Another stone face, yeah. Imagine hardcore KCD2 going from Trotsky to Gutenberg on a horse. Dear God. Especially if you're being chased and bleeding to death. Dear God. Okay. That would be a challenge. Especially if the humans actually had real arrows. I think the humans that chase you at the beginning, Trial by Squire talked about this, is like those arrows they use are actually poor quality arrows, which are probably some of the rarest arrows in the game. I don't think you could buy poor quality arrows anywhere in the game. So they don't have a use, but they do have a use actually. I could think of one, but they're not very useful. But yeah, look at this guy. Yeah, this is an actually interesting location here. So you got the guy hanging, so technically it's an accident, but this right here, this is the jam. Because now you're in a cave system, and you saw what I saw right here. Yeah, buddy, see this? So this is the underworld here. So this would be a perfect candidate for beef jumping, because one, you can kind of get there, but yeah, so this is the cave. What do you have here? You got some grosh and you got some stuff. Nothing too much. But here, if you can get to the underworld, the issue with this is that it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere, so it's not like really, it can't break any other parts of the game. But, you know, this is one example of you can kind of go to the underworld a lot easier. So you could see this. But the issue is, so the one thing you want to make out here is that you could probably get to the other side of this wall and go into the water there. And the water usually has a weird pool property. You can kind of get in there. So a little beef jumping can go over there. The only issue you would have is that it doesn't really have anywhere to stand up on, so it wouldn't be too good of a candidate. So, interesting location. Technically, it should be like an accident, I guess, because the guy's hanging, but this is probably one of the most interesting sites, I would probably say, because you can kind of do that, and you got a nice little hole, so I like it. So, yeah, I appreciate a good time. So that's a good spot to go. So we'll just leave that alone. Yeah, the Shadow Realm. Thanks for reminding me on that. Yeah, so the Shadow Realm, you can kind of go back in there, but unfortunately, like, there's no NPCs around or anything else that you can throw into the Shadow Realm, so that works out. Will you explore the Scouts Mine on the live stream? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, honestly, I think we kind of hit all the interesting locations for the most part, so I think that's pretty good. I might go back to... I have something else planned for a live stream. I kind of want to do it before Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes out. So I'll definitely see what I can do in the upcoming week, sort of deal. So I think you all will probably enjoy it a lot. So we'll see. Keep up with that. There's a interesting location here with nothing in there. That has a chest. So unless you want to put something down, that's pretty good. But otherwise, it's not interesting. So, do that right there. So, Scowlet's Mine would be cool. Yeah, Scowlet's Mine is pretty cool, but, you know, that might be like a explorer, like, yeah, maybe. I'll keep that as a maybe. It's pretty big, and also trying to figure out directional stuff and be like, hey, this is where the entrances are and stuff like that. It's, you know, it'll be an interesting video aside, but there's so many other videos I want to get out before then. You know, if I ran out of ideas, I'd be like, okay. Apparently, the boar hunting site is an interesting spot. I don't know why this is interesting. It's just boars here. But, yeah, it's interesting, I guess. I don't know why it's interesting. There's nothing to hide here. But, yeah, the mines might be interesting to do a video on, but I just don't have the time on there. So, yeah, there's only like 4 weeks left of videos I can put out, so I gotta finish up the Killer Henry series. And then there's also a couple other things I want to put out, and it's just, oh my god, there's just no time. So, you know, that would be, if we had like another year or something like that, I'd be like, yeah, let's go do it. Like, but unfortunately, or fortunately, the game's coming out soon, and you know what, I just don't have the time to release it in times. But, you know, that might it might be a good live stream one if I'm out of ideas, but like I said, there's another live stream thing I want to do, and I think it would be a lot more interesting for everybody. So we'll hold off on that. Plus, I think we'll probably do the Killer Henry live stream, trying to get to 10,000 kills too. So I gotta, you know, there's a lot of killing we gotta do. So I think everybody wants to kind of see that as well. I don't want to do that off screen because that's gonna take a while. Oh my God, what the heck is this? I don't think I've ever seen this one. It's right here. What the heck is this? It's definitely an interesting site. It's a deep house and all that, so all right, cool. What do we got anything in here, or is it just a really deep house? Like, holy crap, somebody really put some effort into this. You have like a little chimney and a ladder. Ladders are pretty rare so out here. So yeah, I don't think there's anything of value per se here that I see, but as deep holes go, this is probably one of the deepest holes that are in the game out there in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, this is cool. I like this. This is well approved right here. So you could probably break Henry's legs in here, but that's someone, if whoever's building this, like, that's a big place. So cool. I hope the Killer Henry playthrough finishes with a game without completely dying. Yeah, so yeah, the biggest Kingdom Come YouTuber finds something new. Yeah, I'm not the biggest for sure YouTuber, but yeah, this is weird. I don't think I've ever ran across this. It's in the middle of nowhere sort of thing. So, but yeah, that's that there. So God, that's so wild. I never noticed that. This is kind of why I wanted to do like this live stream of like trying to find stuff, because there's so many things you just, you know, like unless you go out in the middle of nowhere, like there's no reason to, like, you never come across a lot of this stuff. So it's weird. You need to crouch down and push to the wall. There's a chest, horse armor, I think. Really? Okay. Oh, we did a little crouchiness. Oh, hey, thank you so much. All right, this is a very hard lock. Okay, well, you know what? This is why I love the chat. Like, I would never think to go through there. Dear God, thank you so much, Christina. I appreciate it. Holy crap. This is even better. Now, this is a real spot. So, it's just the horse armor one. Let's see. Oh, it is. So, you get the saddle. You get the same horse armor that you get from breaking your legs on the, you know, the set. And there's a body buried here. You even get a best friend. And better. Ooh, look at this. It's the Nether Realm. And Henry's, let's see if we can do this real quick. Yeah, so I can't, so even with the NVIDIA card, you can't like go through solid objects, but Henry's, Henry's a little bit absorbed into the wall. So, yeah, look at that. So you got like the box thing. This, now, if you want to do the beef jumping here, I don't have any, do I have any Savior Snops on me? No, of course not. Of course I don't carry any of those Savior Snops. Okay, this would be the perfect area to do the beef jumping into, because you would get into the world right here, and you would get into the box realm. I mean, it doesn't really do anything, because I don't see anything, but this is a spot to investigate right here. So, you're into, oh God. Yep, oh, there we go. So yeah, you could probably get into this world. This is the jam right here. So, cool spot. Thank you for so much, Christina, for telling me about that. I would have never guessed, because I was kind of just doing that. Like, how would you supposed to know without someone telling you about that? That's crazy. I love it. So, thank you so much. Wait, you can't go through walls in this game with the video card? Not really, no. You can't go through that. It kind of treats you as a regular camera. So I imagine that's how a KCD2 camera is going to be. They're going to have a camera setup like that. So, it's going to be, it'll probably be similar. So, all right. Thank you so much for telling me. I was about to leave that site, and that's even cooler. So now I have to investigate that even more. Henry's found Minecraft world. Oh, dear God. That would be a really good Easter egg there, but, for sure. So, we'll go out there. Henry kills the Ender Dragon. That would be, I'm pretty sure someone could come up with a mod on that. That would be actually kind of interesting. This is not being marked as an interesting site. I don't know why. Did I already, oh, I already been here. Sorry. I was about to say, I'm like, I could have sworn I've been to all these. Yeah. Henry in Minecraft. That would be a great site. Let's see. As long as Henry doesn't die with all these hills, we should be fine. Oh god. Ooh, we didn't die. Okay. That was a good site. Go ahead and pop a potion, Henry. That would have been embarrassing if we died like that. There we go. Up we go.
Yeah.
So, there should be an accident up here. Let's see. There we go. It's a terrible accident. I mean, it's a terrible accident. Nobody got hurt, I guess, but there's a chest here. Oh. There's a chest here for you to, like, ignore. So, that's the accident? Like, there's a road that goes to the middle of nowhere? God. This game sometimes. Yeah, they need to put a horn on the horse for sure. What's interesting, I'm looking at the map. I didn't get one out here. I missed one. So there's one. What is it, up here? Oh, no, it's right over here. I think so. I think it's right about here. So let's go take a look. So there's a lot of these little sites. Even though we've kind of been going around the map, I've been missing little sites here and there. So even with the map. So, oh, it's very pretty. This is what we missed? I'm guessing. If this isn't interesting. Oh, it isn't an interesting site, but it's actually really nice. It's not labeled as one, but you know, the other camping sites are marked as one, but this one's not. I feel like a little bit cheated from this. So I know it's not an interesting site, but it's still a nice one. So moss and everything else. All right, I like it. Anyways, continue on. Yeah. So this is that. This horse is like a car. Yeah. Imagine we put horns on on the horse. Like, they need a mod for that, so I could tell peasants to get out of the way. They're like, get out of my way. They always complain about them running into my horse, but hey,
Get out, you butt!
yeah, get out of it, you bastard too. Don't worry, he's a poacher. So it's just a poacher site. He has charcoal on him. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, so I think someone's mentioned that there's pigs with hair on the back like this, like they have a mohawk. I don't know what type of pig this is supposed to be, but I have to look this up. So someone mentioned this a while ago, and I thought hey, look at this. You can actually move them? You know, I do have a thought about this. I don't think it's possible to get this. You know, how logical is it to move a container? Because I don't think these things delete, but they're basically a container that, you know, could you, like, push these into areas? Like, you get stripped of all your stuff, but then you have this with you. Could you push them to, like, certain areas where they exist in? Sort of thing? I mean, it would take forever, but if you find a container closer to a town or something like this, they shouldn't delete. So, you know, because this is just out here. This is already put there, so I don't know. Cool Boxy. Wait, going back to the whole, you can't go through the wall with a video card? No, at least that one you can't. I don't know why. I was trying to go through it, but it was just like, no, it just didn't want to go through there. So I was like, fine. It's fine. You can just, you know, do your own thing. Wow, okay. I think I got just about everything. The only thing we haven't done is out here in this area. So we're almost to the end there. So let's go off here. So I think, like, I haven't gone here yet, but we all know about this one. It's one of the best bridge ones ever. Horse, where are you? Horse, come here. So, do you like survival games? Survival games are pretty good, to be honest. The issue I have with survival games nowadays is that, you know, especially how time goes, it's like, a lot of them is like, you know, gather a bunch of wood, then build a tent, then build a hatchet, then build a thing. It's I'm so worn out from them right now. I'm kind of like not into them at the moment. So not unless it's like a really great one altogether. So like the one game that's sort of survival but not really. Oh god, it's not probably coming out for a while. It's like Ashes of Creation. It's like a multiplayer game, but like if I, you know, that's the same thing. It's like you gather a bunch of stuff, and you know, if I was gonna gather a bunch of stuff again, it would be something like that. Like a lot of survival games nowadays are very like, I'm like meh at the motion. But Ashes of Creation seems interesting, but at the same time, it seems like a, what's the other Star Citizen kind of problem, where it'll just never come out. Yeah, the forest is pretty good. I enjoyed that for sure. But anyways, I know there's a treasure chest. There you are. Yeah. Treasure chest right here next to the bridge. One of the best ones. I already robbed it. And also you can see like there's the grass icons down there too, so that works out. I can't stand so many survival games require so much grind, like 1,000 iron bars. Yeah. I think the last survival game I played was Valheim, and I really wore me out just because like how much craziness I tried doing. So it's fun. Like don't get me wrong, it's fun, but it's just, you know, I'd rather play Kingdom Come Deliverance and, you know, where it's not so much of a grind for the most part. So oh, get away, bandits. I don't care about you right now. I gotta find interesting places. So, but yeah, it's Valheim was fun. Forest is fun. It's just too much like grinding on there. So, and not enough payoff. So that's just me. Bandits, can you stop? Okay, there you go. Crackling, and you get fine wine, and you get a cave mushroom here. What? You're not even near a cave, unless you're trying to tell me there's a cave here. Yeah, it's an interesting sight for sure. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah, not too bad. Nothing to write home towards. But yeah, so there's another treasure chest. I want to say right up here. So let's go grab that treasure chest. Yeah. I wish survival games were a combination of Minecraft, rebuilding, and this game story. Yeah, you know, Minecraft it's such a weird game because there's a grind to it, but there's not really a grind to it. Like, you don't need to grind too much to progress. Like, it has, like, the perfect amount of, like, gather stuff, but you don't have to go, insane with the amount of stuff. So, I mean, even to beat the Ender Dragon, if that's what you consider end of the game, it's not as bad. But, and it's more exploration, if anything, so it's a whole different game altogether. But, did I... Oh, it's this house. No. It says there's supposed to be a treasure chest out here somewhere. I feel lied to. Or did I hit the wrong house? Let's see. There's one cave there. There's a house. It says it's supposed to be right here. Am I missing this, chat? Does anyone know if I'm missing this treasure chest here? I might be blind. Nope. I'll check this other house real quick. It might be labeled in the wrong one. Subnautica is really good. Honestly, it's pretty good. I think the problem I had with Subnautica was I played it right after doing like the forest, and something else. I tried something else. I can't remember. It was just so much grind, and I was just like, nope, I can't do it anymore. So, yeah, it's like. Yeah, it's really good. Don't get me wrong. Subnautica is really good. Dave the Diver's pretty good. It has a little bit of that roguelike grind almost. But anyways, there's supposed to be a treasure chest here. I can't find it, so we'll leave that alone. But Dave the Diver kind of filled in that water thing. James, yeah, thanks for joining. Hope to see you later. I'll take a look at the firefly thing, and that's that would be a long one. Christina, you're a magician. You're all right. So you're pretty much saying, yeah, so it's one of the long ladders from the houses. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yes. I got a feeling Christina has found everything before I have. You probably have done this quite a bit. So, yeah, that's true. Okay, so I keep forgetting that out here it gets kind of weird because stuff is underneath too. So I'll see if I go in there and maybe that. I'll try to get all these accents outside before we go into the caves because the caves they're just gnarly for the most part. So there's so many ways to go in and out, and I would have to kind of draw up a map. I think somebody on Reddit did that before, so I would have to take a look on there. They did such a good job. Hair of the dog potion, unknown potion. You know the rules. We drink them all until you know, we get poisoned. Nope, no poison this time. Henry's just drinking weird stuff, all the stuff he could find, so that works out. Yeah, so there's an accident there. There should be an accident down the second hill or so, right about here, and then we'll go down like that. So let's see how that works out. I'm gonna check out these logs because, like I said, anytime you see trees that are uprooted, you always want to check their base because sometimes there's free stuff. Nope, no free stuff in this time. That's usually the hint I always see off of there. There we go. Yeah, Henry's just enjoying a nice day out here in Skalitz. Like this, nobody bothers him out here. It's just not a... Oof. There we go. I got brave the other day, explored the caves, and found it. It's very stressful. Yeah, I feel like... Oh, there we go. Here's the accident here. Yeah, I feel like the caves are... If you're trying to find something, it's always like turn right, turn left, or whatever else. But there's a detailed map on... Someone made a detailed map, and it's crazy good. So I was like... I remember giving them kudos on there, because I was like, this thing's insane. Like, to spend that much time doing it, and, you know, I don't feel like... For me to recreate it feels like a waste of time. So, maybe if I run out of live stream ideas, maybe I'll go back and then, you know, like follow the map and see how that good is. And we'll give that person a kudos because they did a heck of a job from what I remember. And, you know, from what they said, like, there's really not that much interesting things in the caves. At least what they were pointing out. They're like, you know, there's stuff there, but there's not as much as you think there would be. So, the only thing interesting with the caves is basically doing beef jumping through there and kind of playing through the cave system. You can kind of go through the underworld pretty easily, but there's no solution through there. Even with Theresa, you can go through there, but you can't escape the boundaries with that, or I haven't found a way to with Theresa. So, you know, the cave system there is not that useful at the moment, but I'm pretty sure if you can get Theresa out of her DLC, that would be the way through the caves. If I had to bet money on there, that would be the way to do it. Anything at their base? Nope. So, if you're ever looking on there, try that out. Okay, so there should be an interesting site down here. Is this the interesting site? Yeah, it is. It's another campfire thing. Yeah, you can't sleep here. There's no goodies, so it's just one of these campfire deals. I don't know what the deal is with this, why they're labeled as an interesting site, but that's my guess. Let's see. Are we missing grave sites? And let's see. Yeah, so there's an interesting site right here, and there's supposed to be a cave. What is this? Kill the camp leader. I don't want to kill the camp leader. I mean, I can, but Henry's got stuff to do. So, these guys are actually kind of dangerous, so I don't like messing with these cave guys too much. Camp leaders and stuff like that, so. Oh, boy. Oh, I bet you I'm going to run into one of them, too. Oh, gravesite. There we go. Dig this up. Start digging here. Let's see if there's anything interesting off there. Sadly, you can't even go to Ravna with Theresa, seeing how people do there before the Cuman invasion. Yeah, she can't make it there. It's just moonshine. You bury this guy with moonshine? I guess. I mean, I guess it's a good gift. It's not the site I would love to go to, especially for how dangerous it is out there, but, alright, that is interesting. So let's see. We'll go out this way. Horse, don't get stuck in the gravesite. Let's see. Go through here. Don't get knocked off. So, anyways, grave robbing with Henry. Yeah, we've been robbing a lot of graves, but except one grave someone beat us to it. So, I'm kind of mad about that. There's a bunch of grave robbers out here. They're stealing this. Here we go. This might be the place we're talking about with the ladder, because I saw, like, before it started loading in, there's a ladder down there, but I don't know how to go down. It says this is an interesting site. I don't know what's interesting about it, so... Is it? Yeah, it says it's just interesting. So can I drop stuff down here? Here, drop this. No? Come on. No, I can't drop stuff down here, so... Well, it's just a winch. So, I don't know. But if you saw it loading in, you can see, like, there was actually, like, a ladder or something down here, so... Or a hole that is open, but I can't get down there, so... That is an issue. So, with that, let's see. There's one last one here. There's one right here inside these bushes. We'll go right there. We'll go take a look over here and see. Yeah, it's not grave robbing, it's archaeology. Yeah, there you go. If we take it to the British Museum, we're fine.
Yeah.
It's totally legit then. It's for history preservation. Unfortunately, the history all exists in Henry's pocketbook, so it's fine. Maybe Henry saw it too before loading. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. All right, we're gonna do some. There we go. Over the bushes. Oh, good. Over the bushes. Good. All right, Henry's strapped. Oh God. Uh-oh. Well. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Oh. All right, go up the bush. Oh, no. Oh, God. I think we're stuck. Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, there you go. Sometimes, there we go. Sometimes Henry can do the magical jump feature. So if you ever get stuck like that and you kind of build up the thing, you can actually build up superpowers to move Henry. The unfortunate part is it doesn't always work like when you want it to. So anyways, drop antlers. No, that's not where I want antlers dropped at. All right, drop other stuff. Here, drop some arrows. Oh, I can't push them down. All right, fine. Anyways, the other interesting site is this. Henry can't... I think you could push bodies down here, actually. Yeah, you can! Look at that! So you can throw stuff down here. I remember this. So you can throw people down here, too. Like, they can throw holes. I remember doing this, so it's actually kind of fun. So, yeah. As an interesting site, like, Henry can't throw himself down there, but he could throw other people down there. Unfortunately, there's no one around to throw down there, so... I mean, nobody nearby, I should say, so... Anyways, I think... Well, okay, don't make me a liar. Henry's got to grave rob one more person here. But I think we got everything out here for the most part, so... We're getting up towards the end. Plus, we're kind of getting up to 4 hours, so my voice is slowly giving away, so... It'll probably be a good place to end here with the one final grave to rob. I mean, bush stuck and all that stuff. Like, good God. The bushes are just dangerous here. Oh, this could happen again. Have you gotten a horse? Door stuck, more like bush stuck. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. We're gonna do something stupid or brave. I don't know what this is. Oh, God. I don't know how many times bushes killed Henry before. Oh, get through here. There we go. I'm back. Are we still live? Yeah, we're still here. We're almost done. We got, like, one more grave to rob. The last grave. So, let's see. I think... It's on my marker. There it is. The last grave. Start digging. Off we go. What do you got here? Doesn't look promising. Oh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. It's a cumin ear. It's a like a bullhead or deer head guy. That's actually kind of cool. I've never actually seen that. Cool. Right here. That's if you ever want to get to the bullhead guy, that's a pretty interesting one. So I like it. Let me go check the map and make sure, but I think that might be the last one we have. Because I already did the Ravna. I did up there. We kind of went through that location. We got that grave. Yeah, I think we got everything. There might be just the cave system for that one treasure chest, but that's so far in there, so oh baby. But anyways, yeah. I think we did it. I think a lot of people, we got just about everything. There might be one or two we missed, but that is about everything you can ever do. Who thought Invisible by Duran Duran was MGSV? But ooh, Jimmy. Okay. I did not know. I'll have to take a look. Jimmy Carter just passed away. I'll take a look on there. Yeah, that's crazy. But anyways, yeah, I think that's good enough for now for everybody. But yeah, I'm trying to put together a video about all the locations like this, so I'll try to do that. But I think next week we'll try to, there's something special we'll probably try to do. It'll probably take 3 or 4 hours. We're either going to do a speed run, or either we're going to continue on with Killer Henry series, or either I'm going to be so damn tired that I'll probably just have to skip. But I'll let you know in the community posts and all that, if everybody, you know, keeps up with that. But yeah, thank you all for joining and all that. I really do appreciate it. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot more fun when you do it with other people. Like I said, I'm going to try to turn this into a really long video kind of thing. So, basically all the locations off of there, but you know, it's so much work. I don't know if I could finish it before Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That's the issue. There's a lot to do off of there. So we'll see how that works out. But if you're interested in seeing something else off here, like me trying to attempt, like maybe going through the mines, I can always attempt doing that, but it would be a pretty short video, because I think the mines we could probably do in an hour or two, but we'll see how that works out. But anyways, thank you again for joining. It made the 4 hours go by pretty fast. So again, let me pour everybody a drink here, because woo, my God, I think we all need it. Good. Drinks for everyone, but we'll see how that goes. Again, thank you for joining. Thank you, Christina, for pointing out multiple things, and I'll see you guys around next time. All right. Thanks again for joining. Have a good one. And if you want the map location of, like, this is really helpful, I'll post it again. But check it out, and I'll see you all around.